And Shredder, thinking that he's Michelangelo, is like, where?
It does sound like them.
All right.
It does sound like them. Also, we are now live.
Sweet.
Hi, Internet.
This is a very small, thankfully very well-cultivated portion of it. Also, me realized I didn't get my PG avatar active on the stream, but it's fine. I'm just floating Halo right now, I guess.
Applicable.
Biblically
You have
accurate,
forgotten who
Lucy.
you are.
Yeah, it'll take some time. People will be able to see and remember, hopefully. But yeah, in the meantime, everyone who's here waiting for that particular glitch to fix itself, welcome to the one-shot Amnesia stream. We will see just how well my players figure out what the fuck they are. As a fun tip, everyone made a character that I gave to someone else and race swapped, so no one knows the character.
Well, you do. You're just not going to tell us.
Absolutely correct. Alright, there we go. I'm visible now. Everyone can see Lucy in the full beauty of this old man. Yeah, now comes the big question for everyone. Because you'll get to know some things about your character to help ease the discovery process.
Mm.
Now, I will let everyone know what their base armor class is, because we are going to assume everyone's got their normal armor to make that easier. It's very important.
Okay.
So, our Lizard Man, helmed by Michael. Your base armor class is 16. Those unfamiliar with it, there is a setting where you can just type in the default armor class so you don't have to fuck with armor shit.
16. All right, decent. Maybe frontline or midline.
For our Wanty, which I believe is Busky, you
Yep.
only have a 12. So,
Sweet. To match my current HP.
For our Kenku, helmed by Lonnie, your base armor class is 15.
Not terrible.
And meanwhile,
Yeah, I can't
Bet's
help but notice.
Plasmid has the highest at 17.
Oh.
Okay.
Very interesting. Interesting little group. Slime person, 2 lizards, and a bird.
I mean, if it works, it works.
It was very interesting.
On top of that, you guys get a choice of something else to learn. I can give you either your 2 worst proficiencies or your best stat. So, 2 proficiencies, well, it's your worst, but it's something you are certainly trained with. Might give you a hint of the class you have. Or the knowing, probably narrowing it down to what your main stat is, so long as, everyone made the highest stat, the, casting, or most used stat in combat. We'll see. See what everyone did.
More information's always good. I'll go my worst 2 proficiencies.
Alright, for the Lizard Man, let us see. Alright, your persuasion is a 4. And a reminder, proficiency bonus is a 4 at this point, which means charisma is 0.
Yep. One out of
Yeah.
second one will also be very enlightening. We'll go with medicine. A wisdom check is at 5.
So 12 or 13 wisdom.
Just give yourself a higher number. You deserve it.
It'll change nothing. Makes things easier. Alrighty, but what about you, Busky? Any preference?
Ooh, I think I'll also go for the 2 worst.
This was a good choice by you. Your deception is a 3. So now charisma
Ooh.
is a -1 territory.
Yeah.
The other reveal
So my
is
deception?
going to be an 8, though, in perception.
Ooh.
That is your worst?
Yep. The person who made this particular character sheet, yeah, they put a lot into one of the better stats. But whether your wisdom is your best stat remains to be seen.
I mean, I'll take a +4 to wisdom if it's my best or worst stat.
Right, which leaves Beck and Lonnie.
In true Michael and I are apparently foils to each other, I want my best stat.
You have a full 20 in wisdom.
Yeah, that fits.
Doesn't narrow
I'm
it
gonna
too
go-
well, that's great. And then Lonnie,
I'm gonna go with my 2 worst.
alright, your Arcana for the Kenku is 5. Which means your intelligence a +1. And your wisdom is a +2 because insight is 6. And the final choice for little hints to start where your character is, you can either get hit point maximum, or how many levels of spellcaster they count as.
My wisdom and charisma are not high enough to be a spellcaster, so I'm gonna go hit
Unless you're intelligence and a wizard.
I was
I-
like, yeah,
unless
it's
I'm-
almost like there's not another type.
Don't forget there's
Unless-
artificers also in it.
True, but also that's a 16 AC. So I mean,
Could be a
I'm
wizard, bro.
gonna hedge my bets. Let's give me my hit point max.
Your hit points are 63,
Oh,
which is honestly
Want to go
not,
with you're not a spellcaster?
it's not horrible for any level 10 character, because I did a roll for each of them. Of course, replacing 1s with 2s. So it's not bad.
63. Okay.
So yeah, how about you, Busky?
For some reason, my gut is telling me that I'm gonna be a wisdom caster. Either that, or it's probably a fucking rogue. But I'm gonna go with spellcaster levels.
There it is, magic caster level of 7. which means you have up to 4th level spells, 4th level being only 1 slot. The main question is, if you are indeed a Wisdom Caster, are you Druid, or are you Cleric?
Yeah.
And seeing as you're the first person to have chosen spell slot reveal, I would also say the way spells are going to work in this, because you guys don't know what your characters would have prepared, we're going to assume, so long as you can cast it, like it's an option in your respective classes, if you name it, it's something you have prepared. So it'll just be a question of choosing carefully, because you will be stuck with whatever the option is. Maybe starting with attempting first level spells, so you can always upcast if need be. Alright, so what about you, Beck? You and your plasmid.
Yep, I'm also going to go with how many spellcasters levels?
You are a level 10 caster.
Shocking.
It means you are, hopefully, a single class build, so you can actually make use of up to 5th level slots.
How many 5th level slots? 2 or
It's 2 at 10th level, yeah.
then 4th level there's 3 or 2?
Oh, in the settings thing, there's one to say what your magic caster is. It'll autofill it all for you.
Alright. That does help a lot.
Alright, Lonnie, any preference between health or spell slot level?
I'll go spell slot, even though I don't think it's going to be very much.
You are correct. But it is unfortunately going to have to reveal part of your class. You are a magic caster level of 2, but you also have access to 2 4th level slots. So apparently you've got some multi-class warlock in there.
Ooh.
And how do I mark this on the sheet?
In the settings tab, on the top left box, there's one entry thing for magic caster level. I'd say put in the 2 for the base one, and then just manually put in 2 next to the 4th level slot. Yeah, for everyone, that's probably going to be the most revealing, because you now know up to 4th level, if a warlock can cast it, you will have access. But with everything else that your characters try to do, I will roll to the GM only, so I can still get the exact, with bonuses, easy book for any rules you want to do. And as you figure out your own things, you can swap to rolling yourself if you like. In the start of this, your characters come to, put on their gear, prepare for the day, and then there's suddenly a wave of nausea washes over the 4th of you as you clean up from breakfast and finish your morning rituals. And you realize you can't remember anything at all. At least not about yourself. You remember in general where you are. In fact, if you'd like to take a look at the map, I actually have handy where you guys are. You guys are here-ish.
Here-ish.
We're on the jawbone.
Mm-hmm. You guys, when you realize you forgot everything, you look around, you notice you're inside of a barn-like structure. It's all wood, a lot of it dilapidated or rotten away. Stepping outside, there is this monstrous-sized skeleton, a singular eye socket that has apparently been there forever, and a huge harpoon, that's what it's called, harpoon through its chest that look back inside. Oh yeah, it's just poking in the inside of the roof there. With a large steel cable trailing behind it, leading to a ship floating about 30-40 feet off the ground, as if it is just kind of moored here, so it doesn't float off. You know, you're on this large, stone-like head of a long-since dead god, formerly of knowledge. That this planetoid, or whatever you want to call it, is known as Cerebrum. That there's a monastery somewhere on here of monks who protect a tree of prophecy, that it was your main goal that brought you here, but you got sidetracked with something, landed here, and the other thing you notice is a little further away, like camping in the shadow of the ship. Looks to be a bunch of smaller races, gnomes, dwarves, more likely than not, because they all have heavy, thick leather gear, big beards, and are carrying around pickaxes, sledgehammers, and various other mining implements. Yeah, not quite aware what is going on, especially because you woke up and knew stuff has just been taken from you. They would be the closest people to ask about that.
Anything odd? Like any odd tools? I should say that these little guys have.
Yeah, there's something a little odd about a few of them. You kind of like squint and kind of look closer. Which let me go ahead and just roll for perception. Sorry, roll 20 is being delayed for a second. Just waiting on it.
I understand the pain.
Yes.
Alright, I'm just going to click again. I'll press the 2 for rolls. Okay, there we go. Total of 23. You can definitely see at this distance, even though it's a bit far, there's some little, like, glittering objects that seem to be circling a few of their heads. And for some reason, let's see, I believe this would be... Yeah, this would be Lonnie's character that kind of just pops in their head, Iron Stone. You're not sure why or what exactly it means, but you all at least get the distinctive feeling that it's some kind of item that's attuned to and gives power.
I misheard a little bit of that. Who has the Ion Stone?
These miners who are camping underneath a floating ship.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I kind of missed it a little.
Looking down at myself, what am I wearing? What is on me?
You, the lizard man, funnily enough, is wearing scale mail. You have a small pack full of Dungeoneer's equipment, as well as, let me see, none of the special items that you have to worry about yet. Yeah, you've got scale mail, you've got a light crossbow and a light hammer, as well as thinking back when you just had that wave of nausea, there was also a mace at your side, but you hadn't immediately picked it up in favor of exploring your surroundings.
Insane. What do we got on, other than slime?
You, the plasmid, a few of these things, I'll have to roll insight for you. See how much you can gain from just looking through. That roll 26. So yeah, you're going to be able to understand what all of these things are.
Is that also supposed to be the GM?
You have a... Was it not? Oh. Well.
Nope.
Figure that out. That was clicked for GM.
Should I just pretend I don't know that I'm proficient in insight?
Would appreciate.
Gotcha.
I mean, if we're
but yeah, with the insight, you definitely know that some of your equipment seems to be clerically aligned. You've got a holy symbol in just a quick pouch under your vest. You've got a prayer book, some incense, stuff like that. You are also wearing scale mail and also have a light crossbow.
Huh.
Let's see.
I too would like to investigate what is on my person.
Let's see. You do not have too much to worry about, so we don't need another roll. You seem to be just very plain outfit. There's a pouch that has a spare, or like brightly colored, like jester type headgear, as well as a dagger and leather armor, and an explorer's pack, with the ropes, items, and stuff like that. As well as a small, presumably spell focus that looks like a Native American totem where it's just stacked heads on top of each other, about the size of your palm. Finally, Busky's Wong Tea.
I got a Rubik's Cube. I don't know who put this in my pack, but I'll take it.
That is a funny thing to say. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh, no.
You actually see a similar little arcane focus to what our Kenku friend has. It's kind of more druidic in nature, being that it's bright greens, has some ivy design around it. But if anyone wanted to roll Arcana, it's a low enough DC that it is a neutral kind of arcane focus. It is just more nature themed. You have other typical staples of adventure, mess kit, tinderbox type stuff, and a quarterstaff, as well as a leather armor.
Okay.
Something that does really catch your eye, but other people point out, you also have the feathered headdress that your token has. So I gotta keep it festive and fun.
Looking around at these other three people, they have arcane or magic focuses on them. I don't.
Correct. There's nothing that looks like a magical focus. Though, kind of patting around seeing if you miss anything. You do find kind of half hidden up a sleeve a set of thieves' tools. As well as a bunch of odds and ends. You're not sure what you would do with it. Let's see. I believe oh wait, no, I really missed you, so insight. I had to click to make sure that it's still on GM only. Yeah, you can't figure out what the little bits and bobs are. But you also see a couple spare potion vials. You're not sure if they're used or you just carry them. About this point, you guys are looking at this weird crowd in the distance, and then checking over yourselves, hope for any kind of hints. You hear a little squeaky voice come from behind, from inside the barn. Actually, from above the barn, just gently floating down, what looks to be a fancy alchemist style flask with just 2 entry points. It's a weird black blob just kind of floating down, and it also has several stones flying around its head. Oh God, guys, why didn't you say anything to me? You're just gonna leave me up there, keeping watch while you guys were resting?
What the fuck are you?
What the, dude.
Also, who are you?
And while we're at it, who am I?
That's a good question.
It was Jeremy.
Rude, and interesting questions. I am Fog. I've been traveling with you. Actually, just kind of looks around. Why is my master no longer with you? The wizard guy, cloak made a star-looking thing?
Does that sound familiar at all?
No.
Again.
Stomachache.
Okay.
Wait. What do you mean again?
It's not the most pressing thing if you had to ask me who you are. Does that go for all of you? Because
Look, buddy, all I knew is that I knew things this morning and now I don't.
What I knew was none of your names. My master hired you guys to escort us out here into the mines. Hold on, he just like quickly flips into the barn, comes back out. Yeah, no, he's not in there. Okay, he probably got distracted and just went down without you, despite hiring you again. Okay, yeah, I don't know your names. You guys called yourselves the Geodes or something like that, rock themed. I think he only gave him titles, so really, I wouldn't be able to. Alright, so. And you feel like if he had hands, he'd just like pinching the bridge of his nose. Okay, I guess this turns into a look for him mission then. Presumably he's in the mines. I'll give you the freaking iron stones he left with me, because he couldn't tune to everything he had. Alright, any of you used to spells? I got a stone reserve here. Emotions with a hand he doesn't have. It's got some hellish rebukes and a good berry. Anyone? You, bird person. How about you?
Oh, okay.
Awesome. All I've got left is... well, actually, I'll hold on to this one. It's... I know it's got Previvify, and, I'm probably a bit more open than you, and... well, I'm aware of how things stand. Might as well be the one to revive someone. I've got Stone of Protection, make someone tougher, and Stone of Absorption, kind of take damaging spells. I don't know how much is left. Anyone? Bueller?
I won't say no to protection.
That's what she said. Anyway, alright, here, Stone Protection just kind of floats within range for each of you to grab one of them.
Sure.
How many of them are available?
There's only one left, the Stone of Absorption,
Okay.
unless one of you wants to spike the one with Revivify.
I mean, are you coming with us, Fog?
Well, yeah, that was the idea. I'll be with you, and I can focus on reviving if someone goes down.
Is this little... Sorry, what is Vogue again that they don't have arms or hands?
Think of them as, what is it, the little homunculus-like figure artificers have?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's one of the fun options you can do with that. He's effectively not useful for combat. He doesn't have the option familiars have where they can telepathically connect with their master.
So does this little person... They're saying a lot of things, but I'm gonna go... You seem to know a lot, little man, but do you have proof that you hired us? Because right now, we're just going off your word.
I didn't hire you. My master did. And also, I gave you some pretty cool magic gear. If I was scamming you, I'd be taking gear, right?
Wait, we have magic gear?
Do you think the
Starts to
stones just
examine.
do that?
I mean, technically you had those. Oh,
How?
you mean now?
No, I'm saying that if I was like trying to trick you, I wouldn't be giving shit away, right? I'd be trying to take it,
It's got a point.
Does he?
Yeah.
Would you like to insight check, Husky?
Yeah.
now I'm so paranoid. It's did I click to GMO? Yes, but did I really? You seem to believe he has no intent to scam you guys.
I mean, also,
Hmm.
think about it. We're on wherever the fuck this is.
So
None
let me
of
get
us
this
know our
straight.
names.
The ship you guys brought us on is right over there. I can't control it.
We didn't even know we had a ship.
Oh, this
Well,
I knew
you know
that.
what
I-
ships have? Logs.
Wait, let me get this straight. You guys don't know anything about yourselves. You guys all have memory issues.
And you don't?
You don't?
Oh,
Do you know who we are?
Hang on, is he full of shit?
no.
DM, is he full of
Look,
shit?
if we are in a situation this dire, why would I be lying to any of you?
Okay, so are you knowingly deceiving, or are you just being confident? I assume you already know everything important about yourself.
No, he's just trying to. He is totally lying about this, or I
Okay,
should say, they are.
then
Total bullshit.
Because you have deception, go ahead and you roll that.
I'm gonna roll insight.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at this guy and it's like, what is going on here?
Oh, I had it not toggled, but I got the same number either way.
No.
Yeah, all of them see through you so easily.
I appreciate the confidence. However, you're full of shit, bro.
No, in fact, yes, this is from our lizard man, Michael. We're also able to see something he himself was not able to notice. At the end of the Wanti's tail, almost like a jewelry, there's a ring with an image that, out of character, I will only describe as a Rubik's Cube.
Oh,
Is it at the end of his tail?
Yes, it's just kind of slid on.
No one else noticed this?
No, looks like no one else has.
All right, I'll at some point, I guess I'll try to snatch it just to take a good closer look.
did I notice this? Did I realize that this is attached to my ass?
You didn't.
Technically, it's attached to your tail.
Until they
Tail.
until Lizard Man fumbled with a 7 to try and just slide it off. It's like, why are you stroking my tail?
Can I try and do a straight up ankylosaurus and smack it with it?
Sure,
Be
I'll say
you
go
want it
ahead
so
and-
bad? Here, you can have it.
Go ahead and roll a D20. Because your character does not have an armed attack. You've learned that much.
8. 5.
I don't even need to look for the modifier anymore. No. It's just like a soft, kind of dirty slap because you've been walking around on your snake tail. It's like, fuck off.
My tail Rubik's Cube. Keep your own. I come dibs on it,
But now,
and if you wanted it, you could ask nicely.
now all of you notice now the attention has brought to it the ring with a Rubik's Cube-like image on it. It is gold. Other than the kind of colored icon on it. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. This is complicated enough. No one would pass the Arcana to check this.
What does your tail Rubik's Cube do?
Well, you see, I've had it for so long that honestly, I've kind of forgotten. I just know that it's really fancy, and I've been enjoying having it in my life.
You remember that we know you don't remember anything, right?
Yeah, emotional support if I had to guess.
Alright, Busky, I have a question for you. Would you like to expend a charge?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, go ahead and roll 2d20s as you gain advantage on this check.
Would you like to open door number 1?
God.
Buddy.
What is with the rolls?
This
You
actually
need to
works
burn
out.
some sage or something.
He has enough intelligence to get this over the DC.
Ah, well, that's
this,
good.
This is the Ring of Puzzler's Wit. It had 3 charges, now 2. And when you expend one, you can make an intelligence check with advantage.
Yeah. So you used
Magic item to make you smarter.
and you used it to figure out what it was.
Feeling
Better than
smarter
a spell
already.
slot.
Wait, did you say something with spell slot, or was there a different vowel in that word?
I said a charge.
Okay.
Oh no, I said better than using a spell slot for like identifying. I meant.
Okay. Yeah, my brain
Yeah.
was like better than a spell slot. I was like, huh?
And Fog goes like, yeah, okay, that was part of the payment. Some of the masters varies. Okay, all right, you looking at Lister Man. Oh, wait. Sorry, I remember the wrong person. Lonnie's Kenku with the Explorer's Pack. You have vertical climbing. Makes it easier to climb because it'll do some of the work for you. Let's see. God, I'm getting everything mixed up. Who had the fucking shield? I could have just sworn
I'm gonna guess probably me.
Yes, there it is. It is just buried there. Sentinel shields make combat easier and seeing shit. Let's see, person doesn't have anything yet. Ah, yes, this is this man. You got 5 left. The winged ammunition flies farther and hits harder.
It's like ammunition.
Yeah, for the crossbow.
Wait,
After this is pointed out, you look and it's like, yeah, there are 5 who have very different and fancier looking quilling, or whatever it's called, the feathering on it.
Huh. How many bolts do I have then?
For the purposes of this one shot, you have 5 of those special ones, as many as you need for the normal ones.
Okay, so I have enough.
Yes. We're going to simplify mundane ammunition.
I'm gonna look down. Like, do I only have a crossbow and a shield? Go like pat his belt.
I mean, yeah, most of your stuff is just the holy priest type stuff. Presumably because
Okay.
you're a cleric, maybe? Who knows?
Yeah. Like, huh.
Wait.
It's a shield, no weapon for a shield. Okay.
Yeah, you just
If
have
club-
ranged, like... Oh, sorry, a mace. I thought I had said that. I guess I didn't.
No. So I have
If-
a mace?
Yep.
Okay.
Like bear mace or just like weapon mace?
We'll find out.
The bear mace is in terms of magic.
If
Of course,
Mr.
we'll find out.
Miss, if Flubber over here is noticeably priestly, they probably have a holy symbol, but none of us recognize it, do we?
Correct.
Yeah, fuck off. I just realized I was flubber.
That's right.
The funny thing is that you remember who Flubber is, but you don't know your own name.
And look, Fog could have also been flubber, then I realized you were talking about me. Also, it's Robin Williams. Of course I do.
Yeah, would anyone like to attempt religion.
Yeah, I
Yes.
will.
Can I find out
Sure.
who you prayed to?
Sure. I'll try religion.
I'm just checking to see if anyone you have proficiency or encounter with.
Where art thou,
So-
God?
So go ahead and just roll d20s, because all I have to worry about is checking your stat bonus.
Ah.
God.
Bro.
Get them out of the way. Get them out of the way.
I'm going to say no one recognizes the name of the deity. Lonnie's Kenku and Michael's Blizzard Man do recognize the motif enough that it's a generic one, but for a specific domain of deities. Typically, the life or healing domain, depending on where you're from.
Kind of look at my symbol, turn it each way. Like, I don't know who this is for.
Well, it's for life, healing.
That's just a big red plus sign.
Well, we can.
Oh, I
we
thought it
can
was a
Get rid of
T.
the obvious.
Like you knew.
Oh. Well, if it's not a T, then we can narrow out the obvious answer.
Yeah.
Is it a
I thought it was
star?
a T too. No, apparently it's a freaking plus sign. For what? I don't know.
It's a
I
Dude,
know.
Okay, so well then maybe it's Jesus Christ.
Who?
Who?
The, so the guy,
Is that kind of like a Jesus Cristo?
yeah, he's, if I remember correctly, he's the god of carpenters. And
Actually, that was a former medic after that cave-in. One of the dwarves has wandered way over to you guys at this point. Yeah, couldn't have happened to a better guy. Yeah, you guys ready to help us out yet, or do we need to camp out while you do your thing?
certainly we are ready to go. We know what we are doing.
Geodes are always ready to go.
Yeah.
Yes, we are here to help with it appears my memory is fainting on me. We are exactly here to help with what again?
Who are you?
You found us after the mine collapse. You said you were here to investigate something else, but the Geodes never let innocent bystander go unhelped or something.
Ah, yes, our terrible catchphrase.
Hey. What's wrong with that catchphrase?
I liked your catchphrase.
I feel it's too
Exactly.
long.
You helped us with your catchphrase.
I know the catchphrase. It's not very. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well, though.
Okay, so this one is just a pathological liar, memory or not.
No, I'm not.
I mean,
No,
to
I
be fair,
remember
it
that.
rolls off the tongue when you don't have a fork in it.
Okay. Listen here,
I think
Boogie
I'm going to
Woogie.
put the jester hat on my head and see if it does anything.
What's up, Shere Khan? Wait, that's a tiger.
So, looking around, just to get a
I'll give
bearing,
you a
of
minute, Kids'
bit.
Choice Awards.
we have a overly confident, a feathered Iwanti, a lizard man with crossbow bolts, a religious slime person, and a jester Kenku. Just
Not so much a jester right now. You place it upon your head, and your intelligence goes to 19.
Ooh.
Oh,
You are smart enough to know your intelligence was less than that before donning that.
how much less?
It was a 12. Now it's a 19.
Yes, they have intelligence.
Ah,
Right. So, now that we have saved you, what did we promise to help you with?
Well, because me and my men are the only ones who survived You said you were going to take us to the order on the other end of the jawline near the chin. What do they call it? The tree hug? No, the order of the tree. That's it. The men call the tree huggers.
The order of the
The tree.
The tree order.
wait. The I remember this. The fate tree or something.
The
The
prophecy
Erd tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, the
yeah.
prophecy tree.
If I just kind of like squinting one eye, thinking it's like, track time is right. That should be quote unquote flowering prophecies, if not now, in the near future. It's about that time of decade
Ah.
for it.
Well, then we should go see this, right?
Indeed.
Let's
And
Maybe.
take these survivors with us on our ship.
yes.
And look
of
for a
course.
log on the ship that might have a list of names.
Yes, we should check our books.
All right.
I have a hunch that for
who
some
wants to bring
reason
the ship down.
I will go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and slam the quarterstaff into the ground and say, you know what, I'm going to treat it like a cat. I'm going to give it some little, pss, pss, pss.
The ship.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Is,
Yeah, even Fawn is just like giving you a weird look. It's like, what are you?
is that, I'm gonna go ahead and lean over to the Kenku. Is that not how you
That's not how
summon one of
ships
these?
work.
Okay.
They're like,
Can
How
I
do they
climb the
work?
rope?
I was about to say, is there anything else other than this giant rope, steel cable?
There is the rope of climbing, which
I have.
Yep.
I don't know what that
Oh,
is.
man. It's pretty much like a sheer rock face. You can quote-unquote, activate it with Command Bird, and the rope will just kind of like self-climb up to a point, secure itself, so other people can climb up.
Okay, then we'll use the rope of climbing, and I will try a whole bunch of different command words. One being climb.
It is indeed climb.
First try.
You have low intelligence. Kenku is like, yeah, I'd probably keep it something simple. And a headband of intellect with a jester cap worked wonders for you, apparently. Yeah, everyone goes in, boards the ship. Some of the miners need a little bit of help. You have to tie one end of the rope, climb around their waist so it can get lifted up. And it's largely due to just some injuries. It looks like largely head or arm injuries from the cave-in that claimed about half their workers. They're doing their best to stay cheery because you guys miraculously were exploring the mines at the same time they were threatened by the collapse after this unheard of before earthquake. Looking upon the ship, there is a navigating kind of like table, and it just shows the surface area of this giant marble-esque head floating in space. So you're able to get underway towards the monastery. Looking across for any sort of like flaws, there aren't really any names that mean anything to you. There is a guest profile that automatically pops up for all the miners. But for the names of the crew, there are no pictures to match any of them. There's Ruby, there's a Jade, there's a Sapphire, there's an Onyx.
Oh,
Ooh, I'm Onyx.
the Geodes.
Okay, you're probably Onyx. Are the like looking at the Yuan-Ti, the lizard man? Are either of them blue or red or green?
The Lizard Man's more of like a gritty brown gray. Meanwhile, you as a
Yeah,
plasma
so I'm
and
clearly the
Yuan-Ti are
Ruby.
both blue.
So then I'm this gray ruby.
What?
Rubies are red.
Yeah, is this not?
You're also not
It's just
red.
it's kind of like that. It's kind of looks like a brownish gray. Well, we look similar.
Before I forget,
Like it's like nearly the same.
there's only one other entry. Says, client, Weird Star Wizard Man. Apparently none of you guys bothered to learn his real name to input into the computer either.
Okay, so
Assholes.
okay.
We are assholes. And one of us is a
It's
liar.
fine. Okay.
Yeah,
At least
but
you're being honest about your lying habit.
the little guy wasn't lying.
After we caught you.
Easily.
Very.
Yeah, we'll say we'll say the journey takes about 5 to 6 hours in game, and some memories come back of the location. Unfortunately, not yourselves, but other of the known features of Cerebral is it is timeless. People here do not need to eat, drink, or sleep except for their own sake of sanity or internal schedules. You don't need to survive. You'd be trapped in the bottom of the mine for months at a time, unfortunately still alive despite the dark and lack of light.
That is particularly torturous.
But they
Oh.
have clerics at this temple thingy we're going to. They might be able to cast like a spell that gives us our memories back.
Yeah,
Wait,
potentially. And they do like to help travelers, especially those who come to seek knowledge. But there's one other fact about the world that is potentially a lot closer to whatever the source of your problem is. Referred to as the font of knowledge. Whenever someone sleeps, they do not have to, like I said, on this planet, but if they do, there's a chance of just a small mote of knowledge to sneak into their dreams and instill new language on a person. Potentially the same source that does that naturally is the same way that some knowledge has been lost. Or rather, a lot of knowledge has been lost.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so
What?
we went to sleep, but we didn't have to.
So
Should
we
have
were
like
robbed.
got a new skill, and now we can't even remember our own names and are fighting about who is Ruby.
I am. We
I'll
have a
just-
ruby.
You know what? You can be Ruby.
Sweet.
Turn to the lizard man.
I'll be
You
Jade. I
want
guess.
Emerald or Jade?
I'll be Jade, I guess.
Guess I'm Emerald.
Oh, wait. If we just learn languages while we sleep, I'm gonna take a nap and see what happens.
You don't remember what happened last time we slept?
Yeah, no more sleeping for you.
And actually, no, you don't remember what happened last time we slept, because none of us do.
We remember waking up.
What day
Well,
is it?
there's really not much left to lose in here besides the ability to walk, so
Or talk, or think, or remember a damn thing.
All very good.
I mean, we could play a game of 20 questions.
with what answers?
You just kind of hoping you shake a tree and a magical coconut falls out?
Do we have a tree in here?
No, not even a fake classic one.
Damn it. Okay. Well, we can't do that question then.
What question?
We can't shake a tree and have a coconut fall out. Because clearly we are out of trees. And I doubt that there's going to be a tree store down here.
I think Ruby over here might have physical brain damage.
I don't have brain damage.
You have no idea of being sure.
I am.
Can I do a medicine check, please?
Actually, same. Can I like double check this? You want
Actually, yeah. Wait, I have medicine. So ah,
Don't have brain damage.
doctor's looking.
There. Fucking roll 20 again. Okay, Alright, so, this would be... Yeah, this would be the... Kenku would be able to determine, no. No brain damage. They are apparently just like that.
oh,
How do I know that?
Huh. Well, that's one mystery solved.
Yeah, with all this arguing about semantics.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we try some cantrips? So we at
Catnip?
least have basic abilities like guidance.
Who are we getting guidance from? Is it the
Let's try
bald
this.
guy?
And I'll put my hand on on Ruby's shoulder and just go, you have guidance. Anything happen?
I'm checking.
I'm gonna also do the same thing and be like, no, you have guidance.
Alright, congratulations. You feel like you have guidance. You're not sure who cast it, though, because 2 people said, you have guidance now.
Well, wait. Who
Wait,
feels
who
like
has
they
it?
have guidance?
Our plasma Fred has guidance.
So I can cast guidance.
Oh. This
I'm
is
a very inspirational.
Uh-huh.
Inspired. We got it.
inspirational. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
we're gonna say
You have
for some
guidance.
trial and error. Our plasmid has acid splash and sacred flame. Some of the other thoughts that come to mind don't really activate to hurt someone, but to help. It's kind of hard to spare the dying unless you're gonna knock someone out.
But do I have that?
You're not sure because you can't actually activate.
That's fair. Is that a sacred flame, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Jade, seeing the light shows, is gonna wave their they, she.
Listener, yes.
Liz
Jade-
and Zard.
As Jade's gonna wave Jade's hands around and then just like imagine a bunch of fireworks or something. Just see if anything happens.
Alright, you do that and a firebolt flies from your hand. Close enough.
Shit. Wait, how did I do that? I don't have any like little magic trinket on me.
Sometimes you don't need them. I think.
I think the
Wait,
fire
didn't
bolts
you
were
take
the
Ion Stone?
friends we made along the way.
So technically you do have magic trinket.
Also, you have that thing floating by your head.
But to simplify it, we'll just say there's some trial and error because it's 6 hours. Kenku.
What do we destroy on the ship?
Nothing important. You hope it's the client's room because there's
For
no
now.
major like personality revealing trinkets in the walls, but could be one of you, which is very minimalist. But our Kenku also has Sacred Flame and Produce Flame. And then, Minor Wish, what some people refer to as Minor Illusion, and Prestidigitation. A lot of utility cantrips, and then our Wanti has Shillelagh, Shocking Grasp, and Chill Touch. And also, what you realize is not a cantrip, but you can seem to be able to do it as much as you want, detect magic.
Really?
Who?
Shocking grasp.
The 1T has detect magic. as a
Detect
cantrip.
magic.
At will.
Mm.
So who knows what that's revealing about them. Anyway.
I am very detecting. Very perceptive. Very detecting. Very smart
Can I
person.
shoot ice out of my hands or something? Seeing fire? Can I like thunder or just light?
You have
No, but
guidance for that.
You figured out that you can move things very, a little bit.
Oh, like I just like shove them around?
Yeah. You figured it's some kind of magical hand thing, but no one seems to see it.
Huh. I try to lift up like the Kenku just by the scruff of their neck.
Not enough. The Kenku does feel something kind of grab at him.
Hey!
What?
What?
Someone just picked at me.
I don't see anything.
Behind you.
You guys
It's
are
going right.
assholes.
We don't
Yeah.
see anything.
With the headband,
I mean,
you
the-
can
assholes.
tell. You can
We
tell there's some
we never
magic around.
named our client, and we go by frickin' stone names. I think we might be assholes.
We're fine. Also, by the way, you have guidance.
Thanks. I'm gonna
Yep,
go
no
take
problem.
this guidance and look at the rooms to see if I can figure out anything.
Is there a room with a title on it that says Onyx?
Here, before you go do that,
There
you have
is.
guidance.
And inside this room, there are just glass milk bottles all over the place. It's like this person drinks nothing but dairy all the time.
Ah,
Well,
This is the client's room.
somebody's not lactose intolerant.
There is a small notebook in that room, though, if you'd like to look at it.
Yeah, I would like to look at it.
There's nothing in there until the last page, and scrawled in something red. With your enhanced intelligence, you go, oh, this is just like red ink that someone intentionally just smeared around like watercolor. It says, my obsession with milk will be my downfall. I will gladly kill anyone who thinks their milk is better than mine.
Hey,
How do you write it in gray?
what if we say the word milk out loud?
Milk.
Anybody go nuts?
milk?
Nope, no one goes nuts.
Okay.
Perhaps there's an upside to this lack of memory, protecting someone from their own insanity. Or it's the client.
Wait, so does it look like somebody's finger smeared it? Like they finger painted?
Like, do we have paint on our hands? Is that
Yeah,
what
they
you mean?
Or does
finger
anybody's
painted it with
finger
milk.
match?
It just looks like it was a red ink pen, but then intentionally smeared. I would say, if people who have been asking, that's enough. Plasmid, the way it's smeared looks less intentional and more like someone just cried over the page. You're not sure if there are tears of joy or sadness, but either way, it's disturbing.
So this is sad. Let's put that down.
Huh.
It looks like he wrote it with. Kind of
You
whipped out
wrote
of
it
my
with
skin.
a pen and then cried.
He wrote it with my skin?
You're not red.
Yeah,
Why am I the same color as this in the ruby?
But
You're
you're
not.
not red. Are you colorblind?
Am I?
Wait. What color am I?
You are colorblind.
Wait, how do we know we see
Ray?
color the same way? We're all like different creatures.
And then I'll ask you in a second. Ruby, what color am I?
Sidetracked in such a funny way. But
I would have to say some sort of a cross between like a tangerine and a periwinkle.
Those are two very different colors.
Jade,
That-
what color am I?
That is a fruit and a flower. Neither of those are colors.
No, they're
Incorrect.
colors.
They're both colors.
One is like a bluish purple, and one is like an orangish yellow.
Why do
Yeah,
they name
of
plants
which-
colors?
Yeah, I'm light
Those were the
blue.
wrong colors.
Actually, your periwinkle was kind of close. However, the orange says you can't see colors, man.
Okay, that's what. Okay, maybe I am partially colorblind.
Wait, how
Yep.
many colors are there in a rainbow?
Infinite.
I mean, there's like 7 main ones, right?
Are we talking about the rainbow
At
pride
least
flag
4.
or natural rainbow?
Okay. Hey, are there name tags on the other doors?
It's like yeah, like Jade's room,
Or is it?
Ruby's.
Is it more just really obscene? Really
Yeah,
hard to
It
read
looks like Onyx was the only
pictures
one
of
who
gems.
It looks like Onyx is the only one who labeled their room. In fact, it might have been someone else who labeled it as a warning to everyone else, considering what's inside.
What's inside?
Milk bottles.
The
Yeah,
empty milk bottles and the writing of a crazy person.
Huh.
Who did we decide was Onyx?
I'm Onyx, but I don't think I'm Onyx anymore because I don't know if birds can drink milk.
I no longer want to be Onyx. Who else wants to be Onyx?
Okay, well
That's
maybe
okay, we can reclaim the names. Because who knows if we're correct. What's in the other 3 rooms and the remains of the ones we destroyed?
Well, there was the one rather plain one that you couldn't tell if it's minimalist or just where the client stayed. There's another one with a variety of star maps. It looks like whoever uses this room is also part-time the navigator, as well as, let's see, they have a lot of books about just philosophy, as well as you just kind of look in the corner behind the door. Just a bunch of like disgusting stuff that is just swept there, largely consisting of feathers.
Oh,
Just
so I'm
shed
not
feathers.
Onyx.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
wait.
you are now.
No,
This-
Onyx's room is the milk room. The disgusting room with the feathers is somebody else's room.
that's
Yeah,
the navigator.
But
You're-
for...
and
You're
who
not-
here has feathers?
Okay, colorblind does
we'll
not mean you are texture blind.
Okay, we were going to say Kenku is all dark gray, while your headdress is colorful feathers.
What color are the feathers on the floor?
They are all dark. So yeah, definitely the Kenku.
Okay, so this is definitely your room. You're our navigator / thinker.
Philosopher. And do you still want to go by Onyx?
No, Onyx is crazy, and I would prefer not to be crazy.
Okay, so wait, whose room is this? If that's Onyx's room, this is
Alright, so it sounds like, Lonnie, you're assuming this isn't yours, and these feathers aren't just being collected by someone else?
That's what I'm assuming.
Alright, would you like to know the 2 saves you are proficient with? Or your next highest stat?
Let's go with the proficiency.
You're proficient with wisdom and charisma.
wisdom and charisma. That's
Warlock.
Warlock. So first
I'm
level.
pretty sure I have 8 levels of Warlock.
Yeah, it was
Maybe
not
7.
I mean, paladins are also proficient in.
Yeah, but she knows she has pack magic.
Yes.
But hey, you now know you're proficient in those 2.
Okay, so if you
Is correct.
don't want to be Onyx. What do you want us to call you?
Well, maybe if we
Joe.
find out.
Joe?
Joe? Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go by Joe.
Wait, shouldn't we keep like the rock theme?
We'll call you.
Pearl.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go with Pearl.
Pearl. Okay, so one of the three of us maybe is an Onyx.
Yeah, maybe.
I think, and this is just coming from the fact that he's a liar, it's the snake guy.
What do you
Why
mean?
don't we check like the fourth
Why
room
don't-
before we
what-
start
what-
assuming?
yeah,
Or the
what-
other
what
two
if-
rooms?
Check the other rooms.
What if we all drink some milk and whoever likes it the most?
No,
milk
did you
crazy
fucking
guy.
see that room? No one gets milk.
Also, you guys have combed through the fridge. You did not see any milk in there. Apparently, it's stored specifically in Onyx's room.
Well then, I mean, look, we're all in agreement that
We
this is
haven't
for the
agreed on
sake and
shit.
pursuit of knowledge. So we're in the process of team building, and I think that this is a great way for us to be able to grow as a team by drinking milk.
There is none.
They're empty.
Well, that's in our fridge. Maybe they have a secret fridge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk to the next room.
I'm gonna go look for some hidden milk, compartment.
Where are you looking for a hidden milk compartment? Just so I know where you are instead.
Let's see. They might have some. If they have a couch or a chair, they might have it underneath the cushions. It may be in a drawer. Like maybe they have a dresser that like looks like a dresser, but it's secretly like also a milk fridge. Maybe they did the. Yeah, like I am fully just destroying this person's room because at worst case, it's mine and I'm fine with it. And on the other hand, it's someone else's, and you know what? I can just say I didn't have my memory.
It would be funny if I gave you your own character. So we'll get to your search in a bit. The next room is hopefully the cleric's room, as there is a big fuck-off shrine replacing the headboard of their bed.
Okay. But
it's
it's right
very,
there. Does it match my weird holy symbol? I don't know who it is.
No, your holy symbol looks to be a generic thing. Like, it'll work for any life-aligned deity.
Okay, so not a person. Yeah, so it's just practical.
But it is
Okay,
very
so then, like,
primal shrine. That's it. It is all carved stone, like rough carved stone. No one went through and bothered smoothing it out.
Wait.
Very tribal aligned. Let's see. And I'll say with the three of you together, we're not going to bother with roles. It is. Sorry, Luthic, the Cave Mother, which is part of the Orcish pantheon, who, for the large part, the Orcish pantheon does not care for the frivolous, clean, smooth shrines. They want it earthy, they want to prove that you worked hard to get it carved, that kind of shit. In the room, you also find 4 hand axes, just hung on the wall in different places, so say if you were suddenly boarded, you always had a weapon on hand.
Wait.
I'm gonna pick up one of the axes. Does it feel like it fits in my hand correctly? Or does it feel weird?
Technically, you're plasmid, you can make it naturally just fit in your hand. But I will say, by holding on to it, you feel attuned to it. Not like magically attuned, but like it's like it speaks to you in your magic.
I think this is mine.
Okay, you not just a flower goddess healer type, I guess.
Maybe. I'm gonna go pick up another axe. Does it feel the same way?
Yes, though the other one you had held loses that connection. You feel like whatever this connection is, you can only have it with one at a time.
Wait, try throwing it
Wait.
at the wall.
Wait. Touch one of the axes.
Or someone else.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as they reach like within inches of it, you were suddenly overcome with rage. You tell them to stop. As you
Stop.
felt compelled to want to strike out and stop them.
Don't touch the axes.
You just told us to.
That was before I wanted to kill you for trying to touch it. So
I'm assuming you
don't
believe this
think
is
I'm
your
Onyx
room.
either. Right. I
Oh
do.
God! No, I don't want to be the milk guy.
It could be the other snake.
The milk.
I will now tell you, you have a choice between learning one of your feats or 2 skill proficiencies as well as some of your background. So
Option number 2, please.
Alright, I can't remember, did I already give you proficiency knowledge or no?
No. I took my highest stat.
Alright, then we'll do 1 high, 1 low.
Okay.
You are proficient with religion with a 4. So you do not have
Yeah, that makes
intelligence.
sense.
But your insight is 9.
Okay.
For your wisdom is a 5.
Yep.
And some bit of RP. You are technically the captain of this ship. You used to be part of a Scrow raiding party, having joined them. But you were convinced by the rest of this merry group to go to a less bloodthirsty route of gaining your riches. And hence you are now a cleric.
Ah.
And for those who do not know, Scrow is pretty much just Space Force. Felt like a good little connection for anyone in the audience. Just new.
So I kind of pull out my holy symbol. I realize where this is generic now.
Yeah, that is an evil line deity, and you yourself are not really there are probably some bounties on your head in some systems.
So, and they are going to say this out loud. I don't know if I still worship them or not, but why is that my headboard still?
Sentimental value?
They're not good.
How do you know you're good?
Just because you're a bad guy does not mean you are a bad guy.
Because I'm an X-Raider? The X is important. But also, I am the captain. I remember that.
Okay, so you're the leader here. Pearl's the navigator.
Yep. Hopefully the wizard is the milk fiend.
I'm gonna check the last room and hope to whatever's out there. That's
I'm also taking my possessive hand axe with me.
It glows with a comforting warmth.
And I'm going to confuse the shit out of myself when I call this a possessive hand axe in this sheet. Just would like to point that out.
If it helps,
Just happy to see
as
you.
a magic item. But only for you.
Okay. Like +1 magic item or just magic item?
Just for bypassing weaknesses.
Okay.
The last room also looks rather plain. Like it's just blank hospital quality sheets and blankets on it. There's no decor in here at all. There is obviously a spell book just on one table. And just kind of like rolling around that table is just fog. It's like, Oh, hey guys, why are did you need something or?
Is this
Uh,
please tell me this is my room and not the snake's room?
Oh, it is neither. This is where you had my master pull up for this voyage.
Okay.
wait, so
If I
do you
recall
know
correctly,
who
two of
was
you
in
share a room or something. I don't know.
God.
which one do they share and who? Who has the onyx room?
Who was the milk guy?
Oh, I know not to go near that room. I don't fuck with vibes in there.
But like, who?
If I could shrug, I would.
Okay.
That
So
room feels like death. I don't know why. I don't care to learn.
It feels like death.
Death?
So
I'm
did
not there.
I said what I said.
did he or they, and points to the lizardman, and Snake share a room?
Oh no, not.
Oh,
Not them.
God, that would be
wait.
chaos. I don't even want to think about how that would work
No, wait.
So then
Who?
one of you has the. Who shares a room? It wouldn't be me. Because I'm pretty sure if one of you were in that room, I'd try to kill you at some point.
Maybe I'm just a navigator. I'm not a philosopher too.
It can't be Ruby.
Is
Or
it?
it might be Ruby? I don't know.
Do I?
would you like to try and claim a room, see if you learn anything about yourself?
Just.
What a
I'm
weird
not.
way to find out you're in a relationship with someone. It's like, I think I sleep in your room, and going, oh, I realize shit.
Swear to God.
Dang.
I will say you only get one guess, though.
Only one guess. Okay. Well, question. The room. Sorry, Pearl's bed. Was it? Wait. Of the rooms,
Who had the
were there?
biggest bed?
Who had the biggest bed? Of the rooms, who had the biggest bed?
Or bunk beds.
Technically, the Milkman has the biggest bed. The one after that would be, would be the Kinkus. The potentially close to the mark, mix of philosophy and.
Okay, I will. I'll go into Pearl's room and see if anything feels familiar with the philosophy books.
So to confirm, you are assuming this is your room?
I hope to God, because I don't want to be the milk guy.
You could be the minimalist who no longer has a room anymore.
And don't forget, there's also the minimalist room that had almost nothing. And you guys went, oh, it's probably the clients.
Okay. Well, also, what's so wrong with being the milk guy?
Okay,
I
God,
mean, worst case scenario, you just really like milk.
That's not the worst case.
What do you
I don't. I'll claim the minimalist room because Mr. Fancy Rings and Feathers doesn't seem like a minimalist.
Come to the room, you think, this place feels like home. And then you come away with the feeling, I didn't learn shit. I'm scared now.
Okay, so it's not this, not this. All right.
Would you like a little hint out of character stuff?
Yes.
I'm
But
lost.
technically, the lizard man does not sleep in any of the rooms. He sleeps in the engine room.
Okay, then I know that. There was no way I'd know that.
Nope.
There is still a room aligned to each character for the sake of, do I unlock some shit? But you technically sleep down the engine.
Okay, so I missed my shot then. I'll fucking fine. I'll go to the milk room.
You only get the one shot. If you choose wrong, you don't get a bonus. So
Alright.
it all comes down to which room does Aiden choose?
Please don't.
Said I was going through the I was going through the
He's
milk
trying to
bids.
find milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you with your skill level, you don't find anything like milk. You open like one compartment, it's like a bunch of spare fuel rods. You're like, this is milk. Close back up. Go to another one, a bunch of like old vintage girly mags. It's like, not milk. Close it.
Wait,
Very-
what? Girly what?
Adult magazines.
Playboys,
Oh.
but space.
Okay, yeah, it took me a moment to realize, like, oh, he might be too young to know girly mags.
I was like, I think it's
Wow.
He's a little too digital. Doesn't know the girly mags.
The
Okay.
closer you get to the edge of the room, you find that there's just a bunch of like slide-out drawers, with, like tools and parts, but you're like, still not milk. But yeah, you don't find anything you're looking for. Eventually, you guys arrive to the monastery itself. Thankfully, you have automatic navigation for that, or you guys would have been fucked. It's like, why are we flying into space? This isn't the monastery word. It's like, oh, right, yeah, navigate. Yeah, you approach this large structure that at first just looks like an overgrown tree, but you get closer and closer and you see that there are stone buildings just kind of like around it. They all look livable, but it also looks like they double as a sort of protective wall against any of the large creatures that call Cerebral its home. And perhaps more pressing, you see that there is a large crowd kicking up dust coming from two opposite sides of these walls, trying to break or climb their way in. From a distance, the only ones you can clearly see are large skeletons that, assuming the perspective is correct, bigger than the one you had seen impaled on that barn at the beginning of this stream. So yeah, would you guys like to just fly directly into the walls and hope they don't shoot you down, think you're part of this? Or would you like to start culling the herd?
We should do the second one.
Jade's gonna take pot shots from above just with his enough number of crossbow bolts.
I mean, there are battle stations, like large ballistas, one trebuchet that's a little difficult to aim because it's at the back end, presumably for like pursuers.
All right. Battle stations.
For everyone who knows what their intelligence is, go ahead and just give me a roll on that. I'll roll for everyone else. This is more just the general how quickly you're able to adapt to your positions to get this done without taking damage yourself.
Hell yeah.
Just normal intelligence. Yeah, you rolled a save for some reason. So,
Oh, but I don't know if I have a bonus to intelligence saves. Shit, my bad.
Well, I mean, it didn't roll with it because you don't have any, but I was just making sure you knew.
Yep.
Let's see, Michael's the one who does not know. Alright, the quickest to adapt into their position is actually our lizard man, who feels quite at home in the list. You are cranking through shots like a fucking monster. Just and it is not strength-based whatsoever, because you have weak, spindly arms compared to everyone else. But it's just so much routine. You're just cranking through almost twice the speed of everyone else.
Jesus, do I get the feeling that I'm like limber, flexible?
You get get the feeling you made these motherfuckers.
Oh shit.
You get the feeling you might be intelligent.
By how much, who knows, but it's certainly positive. Aiden, our Wanty friend, is the next one, who is somehow maneuvering the ship to turn just enough of the trebuchet can be called into play, make some big, strong hits against the largest of these skeletons, really bring them down to size. Our Plasmid and Kenku duo, however, struggle with their stations for getting the hint that's like, our Plasmid who jumped immediately just straight spellcasting cantrips trying Column's like, I think I'm supposed to be at a ballista. While on the other hand, Pearl, the navigator, is the team's now taken, steps away from the ballista. It's like, yeah, no, I'm the caster of these cantrips. And starts just wrecking shop. Produce Flame ending up being very effective, as a majority of the dirt getting kicked up seem to be just swarms and swarms of animated books, mimics. Can't tell, but they're fucking flammable, and you roast them. Let's see.
I need to step away for a moment.
Yeah, no problem. You can take a brief break from gameplay for a second. With the high intelligence rolls, the both of you will learn one spell you have access to, but not that you actually used. Yes, our Wanty has access to Scorching Ray, which is a second level spell.
Ah.
How well the list man did. You have access to Mass Healing Word, which is a third level spell.
At third level. So, okay. I'm definitely not a wizard. So, yeah, and my wisdom and charisma isn't high enough to be any of the other. I have to be an artificer.
See, what gave that away?
I made these. So who out of the original cast is the artist?
I will say, because two of you made artificers, so who knows which one that is.
Two artificers.
I love that fact, especially when I made infusions, because I assigned them to each person, but none of them have come up yet. Because you guys decided to do a whole bunch of silly RP things. Like, I don't want to be honest, he looks fucking nuts.
Oh, I don't.
From what you gave us, they do look nuts.
Wait, I don't have a arcane focus because I have tools, right?
Correct, your thieves' tools. Which I just
so you could have either been a rogue or
I lumped them into Tinker's tools so it wouldn't be too obvious. But you do technically have proficiency in thieves as well.
I was like, Andrea was proficient in thieves' tools. It's completely possible.
Wait, would that potentially mean that?
Yeah, remember those random bits you couldn't identify? That was how you do the feature where you can make any tool set you're proficient with.
Oh.
I'm also a fairly high level artificer too. Which you don't.
I think I.
I mean, it's not super high. What is it, like third or fourth level? Slow.
No.
Wait.
Oh, maybe.
Artificers are.
Right tool for the job is third level.
Oh, right. My bad.
Half-casters. Artificers are half-casters. If I have Mass Healing Word, I have to be 9th level minimum.
And
Mass Healing Word a third. Isn't Mass Healing Word a third level spell?
Yeah, but half-casters, so I have to be 9 levels of Artificer minimum.
Or there is likely, because we know at least 2 of us made multi-classes.
Yeah, somebody.
You know, at least 2 of you have artificers. That's all I revealed.
Fair.
Unless you guys talked about half-casters. Sorry, multi-class.
Nope. However, knowing this group, there is a chance you're multi-classed with something that is at least 5th level full caster.
just for the audience.
There is that.
Michael's not gonna like
Well,
what he is.
my wisdom and charisma are too low to multi-class into anything else besides wizard. And I don't think wizards have mass healing word.
I'm not 100% sure artificers do either.
What if they did?
If they did, Andrea would have fucking used it.
I'll help out. Just as a minor hint. Some spells that you guys have are connected to subclasses.
So it could be like, what if it was an artificer subclass? I don't want to. I don't want to go online and look at rules, but I also.
Well, you guys know
The
what it's not because you
only-
know what Andrea was.
I was like, it'd be alchemist. Alchemist is the artificer subclass that has healing spells as like subclass spells. Because I think they have healing word like automatically prepared or cure.
Yeah.
almost.
I think you're right. That sounds right because I remember playing an alchemist like 2 years ago.
It's like I remember I messed around with a lot of artificers because they're fun to screw with.
Are fun to screw with.
Yeah.
That's probably why two of us made them.
Actually, is Molly back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, with your general rules, it takes a little bit more than 10 minutes. And just because two of you took the wrong stations, had to swap. But you do eventually cull that side enough that all the big threats are down for the count, and all the smaller ones no longer backed up, run off. You're able to tell that amongst the various animated books, mimics, whatever, there are also a few humanoid-looking figures. They look to just have like bulging veins with glowing blue or yellow something in them. See, as well as where's it called? Yes, one humanoid question mark who looked like a person who just had so much beard they used it instead of clothes. You're hoping you're wrong on that description. It's just the distance, but that's what they look like. But eventually, you guys are given a sign that you may land outside the gate you helped clear. The distance here sounds of combat that have forced the other side to also pull back. With a warm-ish welcome. The brothers in their long robes look battered, smeared with like dirt, oil, and a few of them that come out have just tears where shrapnel's just kind of like nicked at them. But they look happy and like relief is spreading through their body. We thank you, Geodes and company, for returning just in time to help us with that. Well, I swear, it feels like it happens quicker and quicker every other month. Oof.
Wait, you know us?
We've been here.
Yeah, you.
Of course, we've been here.
You picked up a scholar to help with their research. You're just passing through with another thing.
Okay.
Something.
Oh, are we gonna tell them?
I'm just gonna tell them. Okay.
We
two
have
things.
brain damage.
So we don't remember like anything.
Maybe you can restore us?
Please, or at
Also-
least tell us what you know about us.
We don't know
Or
where
our
the
names?
scholar is.
We
And
could
which one of
also
us is
offer-
Onyx? Please.
That's a lot of questions at once. To start with, for communication purposes, you can call me Lucian. I'm the head librarian. I'm usually double as like meeting the new guests to Cerebral. Unfortunately, the only person who would be able to help the specific magics for that would be Zoaz. He's typically the head of relations, but is currently in seclusion, in meditation, hoping to divine more answers about what plight is affecting Cerebral as of late with these raids. As for your names, I assume you didn't give real names when you originally came. Sound like just precious gems, but pointing at Michael's lizard man, Onyx,
No.
Huanti, Jade.
Yeah.
Told you weren't Ruby.
Kenku is Ruby, which leaves Emerald for Plasmid.
I am Emerald.
So wait, I have a thing for milk.
I think you mean had.
Oh,
No, you
yes,
still
you
do.
cleared
You've
this
been
out of our
cured.
stock. We built up more stock if you need more, but you cleared out.
They would
what I
love
had.
some. They
You
would
should
love
not
some milk.
give them more.
Can
No,
I have?
They
They-
need milk.
They cried into
They
a
will-
notebook.
I
No.
feel like they will
I mean-
murder us if they don't get milk.
Would you
Can I get some milk?
prefer wheels of cheese, perhaps? I mean, our dairy products aren't the best, but cheese keeps.
No milk.
I need to know why milk is so important.
I believe you said something similar last time you were here. It was one of the draws of our tomes. Unfortunately, we don't have anything around dairy products specifically.
Where did you get the milk?
We have cattle. We just don't have books on like why milk is important, other than like science texts.
No, why was milk important to me?
No idea.
The biggest mystery remains.
We have a lot of guests, and I've learned not to ask certain questions I don't want to know the answers for.
Could you give me a bottle of milk to see if it jogs anything?
What's
I
the
could sell
harm
you
in it?
A bottle of milk, if you would like.
Wait, do we have money?
Of
Yeah.
course we have money. We are
Each of you has a pouch
Art.
of assorted currencies, which I say because there are like a bunch of gold pieces, but they're like different sizes, different symbols, probably different currencies entirely, as well as smaller gemstones like the just for trade. Nothing big enough for spell components.
Turns
I
out you
thought-
might be able to buy milk.
I tossed
You
them one of the
shouldn't.
shiny ones and say, "Please get me a bottle of milk."
Jesus Christ, this is like 4 bottles. I'll get you some change as well. Would you like chilled or still room temp like last time?
Oh, never mind. This guy is
This
psychotic.
is good quality milk. Room temp is fresh. It's just some people prefer it not being like icy, you know?
I am a
Mhm.
lizard, so I think being cold would be bad. So room temperature.
He kind of like motions over one of the smaller brothers, like, get the change for this, fresh glass. Thank you, Brother Timothy. Also, let's all go in before those things come back. At which point you notice that most of the miners have already passed your group and gone inside for sanctuary at this point.
Right. We completely
Right.
ignored.
We should
the
do that.
We completely ignored the plot.
That's fine.
I
We
mean,
found
they-
out.
they
We
just
found
have to
our
agree,
real
yeah.
plot.
The mystery of why the lizard
We
man
learned
is not
something
lactose
very
intolerant.
important. We also learned that you cried into a notebook about milk.
Can
You
lizards?
literally may have cried over spilled milk.
Can
Yeah.
can lizards even digest milk?
Apparently.
Yeah, they can. Some lizards do actually have milk, but they mostly use it for their young.
No, largely lizard men are not known for it. As you assume with freaking Lucian going, it's like, yeah, no, I didn't get it, but you know, it's your thing. Also, guys are not on this map, but it's more the vibe of the library, or if you do any of the quests related to it. Yeah, you guys are welcome to decide to warm, if rather simple, guest rooms to rest and kind of think through your options. Lucian is still there if you need some reference to any of the ways this place works. seems you've lost your memory. But as he said, Head of Relations Zoas is the only one with capabilities to greater restoration, in this case, to assist with memory loss, and they are currently in deep seclusion.
Okay.
Sadly, none of us have rank is a good equivalent to enter the meditation chamber without his permission. We can attempt to cast some sendings, but we would need something a bit more pressing to go that far. Minor memory loss, when eventually he'll come back out in 8 or 9 days at most.
How about a missing scholar? Is that pressing enough?
Oh, no. Not Wizard Stellar.
Do I
That's not
get
his
a
name. That's like you guys with your Onyx and Jade names, but I mean, he had stars on his robe. It's like, it's not exactly like less fitting. But yeah, he's a nice man, very good in the assisting with the kitchens, very fluffy pancakes.
Ooh. They're not buttermilk pancakes, I say as I go ahead and look over at the lizard man.
I believe he called them protein cakes.
Right. Well, Wizard Stellar is missing, if that's a big enough issue.
Okay, so he's not dead. That's good.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
It just means like a maybe is better than definite. Yeah, he would have been the only other person I think could help. Oh, I guess you did forget about Stellar, along with everything else. He's one of the strange wizards who also do some worshipping on the side. Apparently has an inn with a deity of fate, chance, or half a dozen different synonyms he'd like to throw out there. So if anyone could have magicless done this, it probably would have been him appealing to his higher power. But I mean, in the meantime, if you would like to have something to do before Zoaz comes out of meditation, I'm sure we could find some small tasks. Maybe they'd help you find something about yourself. Some deja vu, some sort of moments.
I mean, I'm still waiting for the milk.
We also don't really have anything to lose.
It has already what?
No, you've already
The milk is here.
Oh, I take a drink.
Yeah, you feel totally normal. It's a nice, refreshing glass of milk. If anyone doesn't get what the pun is at this point, there used to be a product called Blizzard Milk.
Oh yeah.
Capitalism said it wasn't profitable enough, but it used to be there. Yes, if you'd like something to do, sorry, clearing my throat there. There have been some disappearing tomes from one of the not quite higher security, but the more protected area where it's like wear gloves, masks to keep too much humidity or body oil damaging the tomes. A few editions have gone missing in there. If you'd like to perhaps assist by looking for them, or at least any sign of who took them. I fear bookworms have been consuming them, but we've been very good about keeping them out of the other buildings, so hopefully they've found a way in there.
Wait, like actual worms?
That eat books.
Oh yeah, he just like holds up two hands about a foot and a half away from each other. It's like pretty big things.
Oh,
Ah,
actually, wait, no, that sounds tasty.
I would not consume. I would not suggest consuming anything that itself feeds on knowledge. Not on this planet, at least.
what is it with you and wanting to eat things or consume things?
It's been 6 hours and I hadn't had a snack.
You didn't get any on the ship?
You don't have to eat.
Yeah, I haven't had a snack. I feel peckish.
Well, if it helps gain any perhaps attention from you, completion of this task, I could assist by lending one of our encyclopedias of practical knowledge. It's usable, not available, usable only on Cerebral. It's kind of in touch with the former meat space of the deity here, which might also help with memory. So it just kind of shoves knowledge in your head.
Sounds
Just,
cool.
Just please try not
That
to
does sound pretty neat.
try not to hurt the bookworms. We do kind of have someone send them out to one of the wild bookshelves out there. They don't hurt anyone. It's just the books here are precious. We like to take care of them.
Wait, so then if it is bookworms, how are we supposed to deal with them?
I mean, other magic to knock them out. I'm just saying don't kill them if you help them.
Oh.
Yes, don't eat them, don't kill them.
I mean, you can eat them if you want. It's just be warned.
L space.
But they're just fitting their own niche in nature. I can't pay them for that.
Well, it's better than doing nothing while we wait for Mr. Meditate to finish doing his thing.
True.
I mean, we could go try to find the wizard we lost.
We have no idea where to start.
I mean, didn't flood, flub, whatever.
Fog.
Say they right that they went into the mine.
Yes, I did.
Which is now 6 hours away.
Okay.
Well,
So-
maybe
Nothing's trying to kill them. They'll be fine, right? Because they don't need to sleep, drink, or eat.
I mean, they still did hire us.
that's fine. They hired this. They hired this guy who's obsessed with milk. I think if anybody's worried about being crazy, like they were crazy enough to hire us, and we're crazy. So I think the craziness would cancel out.
Some bitterness in their voice. Fogg says, like, "Are you the only people here that they could hire?"
Let's try the knowledge shoving thing. Maybe it'll jog something in the meanwhile.
I mean, to be fair, I remembered some things by touching an axe, so.
Hmm.
Could try some
So
stuff
maybe
out.
we just go around touching things.
That was not.
Like
Or
on the
that way.
ship, on the ship, on the ship, on the ship.
Oh. Did you ever figure out which room was yours?
Well, I'm Ruby. No, I'm Jade.
No, he was distracted looking for hidden milk.
Wait,
It's a bit late for
so
your
if-
one chance.
You were Onyx. You're that means you have the room that has nothing in it.
Hell yeah. You're cost efficient.
You were not missing out. That room is depressing.
I'm sorry for destroying it.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Nah, that's good.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Did I have Eldritch Blast when we were destroying that room?
You did not.
I did not.
The person who made your character did not give you the most obvious warlock spell of all.
Well, that's
Should be.
something.
Yeah, on the way to the the very secure library with tomes disappearing, you do have to cross through the old courtyard, in which there is the withered remains of a tree. The ones around it kind of look like cherry blossom pink, even though they're wide, like 5 or 6 almost fingered-looking leaves on them. Yeah, the central one is just completely withered, and at its height, probably towered 3 stories tall.
Huh.
Aren't you like one of those part druid? Can we fix the tree?
I mean, they're trees, so here, let me see what I can do.
There is some signage around that says that it kind of commemorates this being the first prophecy tree that has long since all of its prophecies had been fulfilled and its purpose no longer needed. The second prophecy tree is elsewhere, more protected.
Yeah, maybe don't try and fix it. Look.
Okay.
Going past that, some of the memories of your last encounter here do come up with the descriptions of the bookworms. Fully grown, they're about the size of a small pony. And their diet typically consists of books, but they prefer magical books, whether they be spell scrolls or spell books themselves, or even things that are attunable and some way book-shaped.
Huh.
Yeah, you approach the building here. Just tokens. And say the door is this little entry thing there. Is there any particular order you guys would like to enter as?
I have a pretty decent AC right now, so I guess I'll head in.
I'll take the last slot.
I'll go middle, front. That's
okay.
I am the captain. He knows he's. I'm just gonna go with he since that's what the art looks like.
Alright, if everyone would give me a dexterity save.
I don't know my dex.
I don't know my
dex.
Okay, I thought at least 2 people learned. Husky, do you need it as well?
Wait, I have a guess because my AC's 12, so it would probably at least be a 14 if I had to guess.
Oh wait, I know mine is at least +2 because of scale mail.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I also have scale mail too.
I don't know how armor works.
Because there is a cap on your guys, I will still roll for them. But Aiden, if you feel comfortable, you have enough to suss out your dex, you may roll for it yourself.
Oh yeah. 11.
Is that not? I know I clicked GM only on that. For some reason, Lonnie sheet's kind of messing up.
I was like, to be honest, until you said a name, we didn't know whose it was.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just saying it's like it's the only one that has that issue. So,
Is it because I turned the toggle off?
no, because there are 2 sheets. One you guys can edit, one that I can.
Okay.
So yeah, it's nothing that you did.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like everyone failed because it was a DC 15.
Wait. I will try to think really hard and be better at dodging. Flash of Genius?
Flash of Genius works.
Okay.
So you are only taking half damage. So it's 21 reduced to 10 for Lizard Man. It's 21 cold for everyone else.
Okay.
Okay, there's traps here.
How is everyone else looking?
Pretty decent. The ones who took that the hardest were our Wanty and Plasmoid friends. Kenku kind of took it a lot, but they also look a little bit overall frailer than everyone else.
Frailer?
Yeah, as if someone had, for some reason, given them a negative constitution modifier. Which
I think
affected
I know
their
who
total
that
health.
was.
Okay. Look, that was like 5 years ago.
Months.
I've
if that.
learned my lesson. Also, I know which I've been able to suss out which character I made, and it wasn't that one.
No, I'm pretty sure there were some changes made.
No, he has made it very obvious which one he made. Because he didn't have to worry about it being his character, did he? Milkman.
I was like, yeah,
Are you
who
guys
else
talking?
would have made that?
Did I lose my sound?
Oh, you're back.
Were you saying words? Can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can hear
Yeah.
you.
I lost
Can you hear
sound.
us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I lost
Weird.
minutes.
Yeah, we were mostly kind of roasting a husky.
Milkman.
Whoa.
We were.
For one previous character having negative constitution modifier. But also how obvious you were, because you weren't worried about your character being Onyx, really. But yeah.
I mean, also, like, who else would have made that as a character trait?
But yeah, none of you guys
Milkman.
asked about the sort of protections to help protect these books. And Lucian just assumed you remembered from last time, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to be careful.
Yeah, but inside, this once beautiful library appears to lie in ruins. Several shelves are toppled, books are trampled, the result of bookworms and potentially other monsters. Let's see. At the far end, this area labeled 3, because it's built into the map I took out of the book, is a separate area, the one that Lucian had referenced about being extra protected, which has a full-on iron doors, locked. And the copies of the keys are fully lost. They can easily be opened and closed via arcane lock, if necessary.
I don't think I'm much of a lockpick.
Seeing as I have these tools on hand, I guess. Oh, Onyx is gonna try the invisible hand thing and try to lockpick from a distance.
Cool. The mage hand is not good enough for that. There's another method by which your mage hand is invisible.
Ooh.
Wait, I'm telekinetic?
Yes.
I could shove people?
You could try.
You can show, you just can't lift. Like you
Oh.
tried with the Kenku.
Oh, okay. Okay, in that case, I'll just walk up to the lock and try it the regular boring way.
Alright, consider you guys have already stumbled into one of the would anyone like to look for more magical defenses?
Yes.
Yes, how about Mr. Detect Magic at Will?
Yeah, that's right.
Can I try it the old-fashioned way too?
Yes. But just for simplifying, yeah, there is another recording on that door. For the rest of the room,
Magic.
so you didn't get an investigation yet, right, Beck?
I have no idea.
Okay, so
I can't move my token into the room.
God dang, I could have sworn I just updated that. One second. I see what I did. I pulled from the original sheet, not the one you have. Alright, can you move that one?
Nope.
How about now?
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's your character stuff that's getting messed up on roll 20. Not rolling to
I'm
channel.
sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's just something weird roll 20 is doing. Now the sheet closed correctly. Cool. Yeah, the investigation was 11. You don't find anything beyond the glyph that the Ponty confirms is there.
I will try to guide myself. I don't know much about artificers, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if that's a cantrip they have.
Don't worry, at least two other people have guidance. But now, also looking, you don't see anything beyond the cliff either. But with if someone would like to roll the D4, the guidance boost.
Hell yeah. Hey, it's better than one.
Alright, so what you are able to tell, Michael, if you're this man artificer, there are signs of not quite a hole, but there's a gap, a crack in the wall, kind of half hidden by one of these felled bookshelves. That it seems that the bookworms have managed to squeeze their way through, much like a cat. Anything that their head can fit into, the rest of their body can.
Huh. Okay, then instead of trying to disarm that glyph, is it big enough that the rest of us could just try to squeeze through ourselves?
No. So, upside of that is, whenever bookworms inside, on the smaller end of the scale. They're not the big pony ones.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to look at my little knickknacks that I have no idea what they do, and I'll try to see if I'll just start tinkering with some bits and bobs. I'll do even grab some debris from the floor and try to see if I can disrupt this glyph somehow.
The best bet is probably thieves' tools, which you have access to.
All right, I will try to do that.
Total 25, not a natural 20.
Jeez, boy.
So whether that's your bonus or expertise, you're not sure, but you fucking beat the DC of what was it? Yeah, of a 20 to bypass that arcane lock. In the process,
shit.
I'll say you also figure the code word to get past the arcane lock, which was a dragonborn word for for knowledge.
Dovahkiin. No, sorry.
Dova?
Alright, you lead the way, and I assume the same order, roughly. At first glance, this room is still largely untouched, like there's no bookshelves that have been knocked over. You can see wider on this side the gap that the bookworms have made it through, but you can't see where they currently are. This room is also much dimmer, as some of the texts are a lot more sensitive to light, even arcane light.
Actually, can any of us see in the dark?
I believe everyone. I don't think I marked it. Let me see.
Sweet.
Yeah, I didn't mark it anywhere, so I'm just going to assume everyone, because I know at least one of you guys did. Yeah, it's just pretty much just no colors are helping to define the shapes in here.
Okay, seeing as how we were told that these bookworms are attracted to magical book-shaped things, I really don't know much about artificers. Goddamn, I think I could. Can I just make a tiny magic book out of something? I don't know how artificers work.
You could. There's an ability that makes something a very common magical item. What's it called? I'm blanking on the name. I probably didn't put it here because very little combat use. We had to make it light up or smell or something like that. However, this is also the more secure room. All of the texts in here are either magic or magic related.
Okay, so yeah, there's. In that case, I'll just hit in. Onyx is heading in.
Right, that direction. Okay. Everyone I assume, still following suit. He looks around.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I will go ahead and get the investigation checks. Very thrilling for the audience, I'm sure.
I know.
I'm doing great, I imagine, maybe.
Yes, who knows which one
Probably
that is.
not.
I don't know why that sheet has less thing marked on it. We will assume someone had guidance, so we're just counting the one. Alright, so someone who will not be named except for the fact that they stumbled too close to something that, let's just say the bookworms are no longer in here for a reason.
Alright, Busk, what'd you do?
Approaches the shelf of binding books. Investigating too closely, looking for missing tomes or tracks. It's not noticed when they start jittering and shaking, and then when he gets too close, attacking him, thinking that he is some, assailant here to steal them. So let us go ahead and turn order. By which I mean I'm going to click everyone. And the initiative should still pop up in turn order, even if the roll does not come into the chat. We shall see. Can everyone see Aiden's turn order at 16?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes things easier.
Wait, point 14?
I guess Busty's the only one who put the dex thing to alter the amount. So you now know that you've got a 14 dex, I guess.
Ah, shit, my bad.
But we'll go ahead and say the books are at 20 while I go and add them. So,
I've never filled out a roll-20 sheet for somebody's Amnesia character. That escaped my brain.
Okay, well, I go ahead and roll damage, see how much they are hurting in Swanty with the shriek of pain coming from him that side of the books. How would Michael, this lizard man, like to respond?
I think instinct first is to just get the annoying snake away from the books without hurting the books because they're priceless. So I'll just think about pulling him towards me. I'm going to try to telekinetically shove him 5 feet towards me.
Yeah, they're not restraining him, so you successfully do it after he takes a total of 7 damage from 2 attacks. So a total of 28 damage you have accumulated so far without healing. I believe that's only your action. Is there anything else like a movement or a bonus action you would like to attempt?
I thought shoving someone is a bonus action.
Only in Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate brain rot.
We will allow it because it's friendly. For this, you're not shoving a foe, and I'm sure he wanted to leave. Yeah, there's an action you like to do to these fighting books without a token.
I can't burn them because this is a priceless library, even if they are biting. I guess I can't really destroy the books. That again, that's a problem. So
what a problem to have. Books
I don't know. Is there a way to calm them down? I'll try to think about.
There's one way to find out using your action this turn. Would you like to lock in Identify as one of the spells you have prepared?
Sure.
Okay, then expending a first level spell slot, cast Identify on one of the calmer tones near you, which had a similar jittering effect. It looks like it's not entire shell's worth. Hitting an Identify, they can be soothed by song, it seems. Music calming the savage beast, or in this sense, spell books.
$59 bottles of milk on the wall. 59 bottles of milk.
If you'd like to risk that, see if they like that song. I would say singing is a free action.
Risk that.
What? No, you're totally fine to do a charisma-based check. Go for it.
I just meant with that song. I have a feeling it's going to fail.
Everybody knows that books who
I'll-
love milk.
I'll sing bottles of milk as a free action.
Give
Sure.
me a charisma check, which I believe you already found out is a 0.
Yeah. Okay, that's a 6. Yeah, that's I go like 59 bottles of milk on the wall. 59 bottles of completely tone deaf.
It's only mid-song you realize, oh yeah, this definitely isn't good enough. And you feel that you have only angered them. Okay, Mr. Quanti, you have been pulled to safety. How would you like to react?
Honestly, pretty dumbfounded at the fact that I got attacked by books, and then a guy obsessed with milk started singing to them. So considering the fact that taking a little bit of damage, I might just try and heal myself up a little bit. It might be like, all right, magic staff, magic healing, please.
Please.
Yes, you can lock in a cure wounds.
What?
You have access to cure wounds. Your staff does not heal.
Okay, sweet. Just note just that I will go ahead and do that as my action. I'll just do it at first level. It's a D8 plus something.
That is unfortunate. It's 2 plus your spell modifier.
Good.
Let's see. What's the stats that you have already figured out yourself?
That charisma's an 8, wisdom is an 18, and dex is a 14.
Okay, good. Then you already know wisdom is a total of 6 healing.
Okay, so we've now officially lost 15 hit points. All right, and then I think maybe we just keep stepping away from them.
You step
You're
closer to them.
towards
Oh shit, my bad, stepping away from them.
Alright, over to Vex Plasma. As they, sorry, as your Wanty teammate steps further away, they have produced just growling. Presumably in response to the horrendous singing of your other companion.
Yeah. I don't know that I can be much better at singing.
Can't be worse.
I mean, you got a
There-
6.
there's
That could
a-
get worse.
there's a chance I could go worse. So we're not supposed to destroy the books. Alright, fuck it, I guess I'm singing.
What are you singing?
The only thing coming to my head is Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Classic. All my homies love Mary Had a Little Lamb. Unfortunately, that is an 8.
Still better.
While it is well sung, it does not soothe their anger. It seems like the anger of bringing food and drink into a library cannot be solved with some soft, fluffy animals.
Oh,
Yeah, who's the guy who brought food in here?
But singing was a free action, just like talking.
Oh. I mean, is there like something I can do to calm the books down? No, have them take a chill pill?
If you would like to lock in a first level spell as sleep, you can.
Sure.
What level would you like to cast Sleep at?
Second.
Right, go ahead and mark off a second level. I'm just going to confirm if you have to roll for that or not. It's been a while since I've used Sleep.
You
It's
do.
kind of like an AoE, where it's like, oh, it would do like 20 points of damage, and then you
It's 5d8
subtract it by
upgraded to
that.
70. So,
Hope I don't knock any of us out.
the growling subsides. They count as a swarm, so the entire 27 health is not enough to bypass the 31 you rolled for Sleep. This secure library is safe once again. And, with them being slept, you also solve the problem of having to clean up this area while working your way around that shelf. All the bookworms look to have been consumed by said shelf of biting books after they snuck into this more secure, smaller library.
You are what you eat.
You guys go through, you spend a little more than an hour helping sort and write these shelves and take note of all the missing spots according to the cerebral decimal system sorting system they have, so they can figure out how many and which are missing. Alright. And the time that it takes for you guys to have done that, there is some minor chaos going on inside, as yet another swarm has come to storm the gates on both sides of the monastery. Many of the monks are freaking out because they still haven't finished healing everyone who's already been injured. As Lucian earlier said, this is usually like once a month thing at worst. Freaking out because the only one who could assist with this mass healing, especially quickly healing, is also Soaz himself, who is still in Sanctuary, not having yet responded to the secondary monster attack.
How do we know if he's even in there? What if something happened to him and none of us are allowed to check?
I mean, we could try going in, but I don't.
Voicing this concern, Lucian's like, I think that's a risk we have to take now. We need this help. Without you guys in your full memory yet, I don't think we'd be able to buy the time for the several days we need.
All right, well,
The one thing I can do for you right here is bypass the safety protocols in a very risky way with a direct teleport. I have never been there, but I know the general location. Will you trust me as I take this leap with you?
Sure. What else do we have to lose?
our lives.
I think it's worth the risk.
Mm-hmm.
Who would like to roll the D of 100 for teleporting to a place he has never been?
Oh,
Not
Oh.
fun.
can I roll it? Me, or
Your
do you
rolls
want-
have sucked, sir.
A hypothetical. I'll do a hypothetical roll after someone else rolls, just so we can know.
high is good, right? On teleport rolls. Can I roll it, or does someone else really want it?
Go for it.
Okay, this is the 54 and up. Gets you on target. That is a mishap.
Oh,
All right,
Mine never would have been higher.
everyone roll to see what they
Yep.
would have gotten. All of us would have missed.
Wow, we suck.
I mean,
Hell
hey,
yeah,
look
team.
though, I could have divine intervention with Lonnie's.
Alright, so for this mishap, everyone takes 13 force damage.
Ow. Okay,
But determine where you guys actually come. I'm going to do another D100 thing, and I'll determine location. By the same scene casualty reference, but you cannot get another mishap for damage.
okay.
So you do manage to get in there. You get in there, and there's just the pain of whatever barrier that is what makes this meditation chamber a true sanctuary. Jolts all of you.
Ow.
Who here knows what their wisdom is?
Me.
I do.
Yep.
Then you may
Oh,
all
yeah.
make wisdom saves and see if the barrier also frees you of the influence that keeps you from knowing. what
Here's
you
the
can do.
thing. I don't know if I'm proficient in a wisdom save.
Correct, but you can still do
I
a staff
do.
roll, and I'll keep track of who has a bonus and who doesn't. It's just having figured out what wisdom is the big thing.
Nat 20.
Actually, the only person I have to check is Aiden. You do have proficiency. Everyone gets to see their sheet.
Okay.
Alright, so everyone go ahead and close those. I just need to give permissions for all of you to see and modify this one. Let's see, let's back. Did you rename yourself Captain Emerald?
Yep.
I was like, why can't I see Beckett? Oh, I see.
Because I am Emerald and I'm the captain.
Alright, you should have access to that now. Alright, and thus you should have access to Monty.
Wait, is our health up to date?
I only marked in the temp HP how much damage you have taken. So you can go
Okay.
ahead and take that away now. I figured it's easier to count up so you can keep track of you guys.
You're correct. Because I was like, why do I have temp HP?
You know what? I really appreciate the fact that I, on the sheet, said to have taken. Wait, 22. Wait, I'm a Furbolg.
You miscounted how much damage you had taken.
Oh, you have mine.
Oh, water genasi?
Samesies, man.
Yeah.
Both of you were Genasi. I'm like, okay, so I can't give them the same fake class or race. But yeah, you guys should have all of your sheets now.
Busk, what the fuck? The only two things you wrote for personalities are about.
He based it off of a weird character in an old GameCube game? Yeah, game.
Well, yeah, Xbox, PlayStation. I made it really late at night when I was like sleep deprived, and I was just like sitting there looking at the sheet and giggling. And I was like,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Wait, what's Life Cleric's 5th level locked in spells?
Oh,
Did I not do that?
I mean, I have the spells here, but I don't know which ones are locked in.
Oh, I guess I didn't. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that up in the tab. I can tell you, but pretty much just assume any cleric spell you want until you lock one in.
True, but like, it's Master Wounds and Raise Dead. Got it.
Beck, what the fuck?
You're welcome.
Yeah, you You guys had fun with this, I saw.
I had a lot of fun making a Furbolg monster with
Yeah,
a
I
fucking
will say,
artillery gun.
your deity was not chosen by them. I put one in there just in case it came up. I thought the Nork one
Mine?
would be funny, especially with some
Or the
tag.
Furbolg? Yeah, I didn't pick a deity.
Oh wait, okay, so a bunch of your stuff is my infusions.
Yes, I kept track of infusions on the artificers who had them. But they never came up because you guys didn't go the mine route.
Okay, so Headband of Intellect, you on T. What? So Headband of... So you should have a 19 intelligence.
No, that's currently on the Kinko friend.
Oh,
So
okay, it's been...
Kinko.
So I
Oh,
should have a 19.
Yeah, those are
You
who
do.
typically uses them.
who typically uses them. Okay. The spell Refueling Ring is on someone?
Me.
Boots of Elven.
Yeah, it's pretty much if it has a convention, assume they got left behind the barn. Because you guys just went, well, I guess they're these survivors we need to escort.
Also, the Boots of Elvenkind and the Ring of Balance Shielding are just not here.
Yep.
Yeah.
The tree just changed.
That is the token for Zoaz.
Oh, okay.
Well, with your memories back, you did not meet him on your last visit either, but he was described as a halfling sort of fellow. But he is still wearing the vestments of the leader of the monastery, torn to shreds by his currently large size body. Constantly shifting face, though eyes are closed and otherwise calm as if in meditation. And I believe our Kenko friend is the only one behind enough Arcana to know that this is the sign of a doppelganger. You don't know what is causing this, but it's the only way for a constantly shifting body that is not causing pain or intentionally cast fiend magic. Lucian, however, is currently on the ground heaving, as he is not as healthy as his adventurers, and that was a good amount of force damage that fucked him up.
Okay.
Here. And I reach over and cast Cure Wounds now that I remember I can do that.
I am
It's
going
life
to...
generic bullshit, so one sec.
I'm gonna touch my empty milk bottle, and then suddenly liquid is going to fill it. From I don't know where.
I believe it's a randomized thing, unless you use a spell slot.
It is a randomized thing. Boldness. To every attack. Let's see for the next. I hand that over to our Kenku friend here. Say, drink this. Drink my special milk. Danger starts.
Strawberry.
Oh,
You
boy,
essentially
is
are
that
under
weird.
the effect of bliss.
Yeah, boldness. You are basically blessed for the next minute without having to concentrate.
I will also cure Lucian for 9 hit points. There you go, buddy.
Her song is, oh, whatever's going on to you, and he kind of just like gets up enough to just walk over to a wall and lean against it. I don't know what's happening to him. I know he's not that. Who would like to do an Arcana check, try and figure out what the fuck is happening with him? It seems strange
Well,
that's happening
What
while
the hell?
an
I
attack is
think I
happening.
would.
Yeah, anyone who
I
would like
mean,
to go ahead.
sure. Give it a shot.
They're still in a GM overload for your sheets.
Yep.
Just heads up.
Oh.
I took it out of GM.
Yep, just a.
I didn't.
That's fine, Lonnie. Here's the sheet that's not working on, remember?
Yeah.
The highest one going to Ruby the Navigator, getting a 24. So, less snuffer skill checks. Second highest being 19. The Lizard Man. Both are able to find out whatever's happened to him is absolutely connected to these waves of monster attacks. In some recollection of last visits, being that Hoaz always seems to be busy deep in meditation, with some of the monks having been worried that it was intentional assaults, timed specifically when the strongest of them is in seclusion and unreachable. The 24, however, you're able to tell that whatever magical effect is doing this to Boaz right now is intentional and on his part. There are signs of rubbed out chalk or smeared ink on the floor from previous magical circles, rituals. And just peeking out of the robe at the front, just under the collarbone, seems to be some ink tattoo. Can't tell what it is without getting closer. It seems to be whatever ritual he's doing, he has put it onto his body directly. There are loud, thundering booms and slight shuddering at the scene that causes dust to fall. Who would like to act? You're still not in combat initiative because he's not shown any signs of violence yet.
I shall produce more milk from my body. This is what you did. This is what you did.
And you're.
And are you complaining?
Yes, play into it.
Who wants a +1 to their AC for 10 minutes?
Fuck it,
You
sure.
take me from a 12 to a
This is
13.
crazier than I
Oh,
expected.
actually, that reminds. Ruby and Emerald, when you drink your special lizard milks. God damn.
Uh-huh.
Oh, actually, that's really good. You gain 16 temporary hit points each.
Oh, fuck. I'm sure we all didn't write in the journal. But, right, what are we gonna do about, this?
Do we have like 10 minutes to spare?
If you'd like to
Question.
risk it. You know the monster is currently under attack.
Onyx shall walk over and prepare his healing milk. I'm gonna I don't know if this does anything. Can I cast Lesser Restoration without a spell slot? Actually, Lesser probably doesn't do shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal things like poison or what is it, like restraint? Capacity is the simpler things that can happen naturally without magic.
Wait, why do I know what you keys? All right, okay.
I mean, we don't have a bunch of diamond dust, do we?
Do we?
You have enough for one casting. Oh,
Do we
whichever
want to
spell you're
try it? Greater Restoration. Like, wait. Mr. Magic Eyes at Will.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with him?
Tech magic.
there's an aura of divination magic kind of like swirling around him, which is unheard of in your experience, now that all your memory is back, as well as a touch of something else, likely whatever is influencing him or something he's reaching out to.
Okay.
It also seems to sort of pulse with some of the louder booms and shaking of the monastery itself.
So, do we want me to try and break this? I don't even know if the spell will work for this.
It's either this or let him continue to be one with the worms. Let's knock him out of it.
So, we trying to restore him, or are we gonna hit him?
Let's try let's try restore. We can hit whatever we want.
All right. We'll try greater restoration. See what happens.
Alright, seeing as you need to deliver that, as you approach, rather than this constantly shifting shape, his body seems to instinctually change to mirror you, also looking like this large plasmid and cleric here. Would you still
Hi,
like to
buddy.
approach the cast?
Are you awake? No, he stops as soon as it turns into a giant bee.
But still looks to be unresponsive. You're just no longer shifting, instead mirroring your own appearance, albeit larger.
Do we have a plan B? Or do we want me to keep going?
You're the captain, Cap.
All right, gonna keep going.
Yo, Captain, you know what? Have some guidance.
You're coming up to give me guidance.
Yeah.
The shape shifts between the two of them.
What? This is weird.
But if nothing stops you as you continue getting closer, the final steps, hand reach out to touch and cast Greater Restoration. The eyes start opening. Hand pulls back, eyes shut again. Seems the closer you get, the more they seem to be closer to awakening.
So before casting, can I just like poke his shoulder?
Eyes go by, right as the point of poking. Face turns to you, 1,000-yard stare, as if they are looking at something beyond, or perhaps within you. You aren't supposed to be here.
Who's telling me that?
Zoaz, head of relations, protector of Cerebral's monastery.
Well, your monastery is currently under attack while you sit here.
Loud thundering boom, boom, punctuating as you say here. And they do not flinch. He only whispers, lies. Lies from the one who would distract me. I am so close to the source from which the prophecy draws its knowledge.
Okay.
You should not stop this.
Yeah, well, your monks need your help, bro.
I assume you still have a detect magic up, Husky?
Yes.
Pretend.
Go ahead and attempt another Arcana check, as there is a more specific pulse that is not timed with the booms or shuddering.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's go. It's crispy.
Alright. You notice something about this, the non-divination charged magic that seems to be looped into it. It is a much larger version of the magic connection, as it's almost invisible, but is otherwise the same as connection when attuned to an iron stone. It's the only magical item that's easy to see this connection, because it is not naturally next to the body, not held like a weapon or attuned to ring. He is attuned to something, and the direction the energy seems to be down.
So it's a real big ass rock.
With a 20, the best guess you can make is he is attempting to attune to the brain of this dead god, where it's likely the source of all the prophecy tree's correct prophecies.
I'll go ahead and relay that to everybody.
He doesn't seem to respond to this information. It's as if, though he can't see you, the plasmoid captain, you're the only person he seems to be registering at all, likely from how close you are to him.
Is he wearing any metal?
No. Presumably he's fully naked, as his clothes shifted to match the people he is mirroring.
That's upsetting.
I mean, don't whip it out, and you won't be able to mirror your own junk. It stays safe for work so long as you stay safe for work.
I go, Captain, the milk is going to spoil soon. Drink or toss.
Yeah, I drank it.
The metaphorical milk. He points at hanging door.
He's telling you to make a delivery.
Alright, fuck it. We cast Greater Restoration on him.
Alright, the only one who can see this is Busk Swan T, as the attempted attunement connection is forcibly cut.
Oh.
And the previous 1,000-yard stare, who seemed to be looking right through you, is no longer
I
there.
guess I have Greater
Vacant
Restoration
expression
prepared.
is gone, and he is filled with anger. What did you do?
What are you doing?
Fletch,
You
let
hear
go!
that?
And he goes for a whack at you.
Try and raise up my shield.
That is a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
It's only 2 damage. It's not really stuff.
Yeah.
You are shoved back 5 feet. Everyone, the sounds of combat, the shaking and shuddering, have completely ceased. But this guy is pissed and looks like a larger version of your captain. The question is, are we going to go into full-on combat here, or would you like to still try to reason with him?
Look, you could always try this again another time. Maybe when your monastery is not being attacked. And people aren't having memory wipes. Kind of look at the others like, help.
With the knowledge you've accrued and the circumstances that have occurred, you think by attempting to attune is what caused all the creatures to go haywire. Because it sounds like they stopped attacking as soon as you stopped its attempted attunement.
Yeah. So maybe, like, prepare better.
If you'd like to attempt to persuade him, you may go ahead.
Yeah, I should not be the one doing this.
Have a -1 charisma. I don't know what. I
Flash,
would not help it. It's very
flash of
I
genius.
also have a -1 charisma.
That is a 25, as Onyx says. I think the word you're looking for is thank you.
For saving your priest and monks.
As they raise their arm to attempt another swipe, shouted, "Lies! Lies to get in my way!" They are cut short by Lucian standing up with a big bloody cough. They speak the truth. Whatever you're doing is only bringing problems. Whatever you think you will gain, is it worth everything you will lose instead? So as you're better than this. And he stays his hand before it slowly comes down to his side. He stutter steps a couple before suddenly rushing to Lucian's side like, Brother, no! What has happened? Who's done this? Who's hurt you? It's just overcome with worry as Lucian passes the fuck out, as he did have to teleport past all the protections to bring you guys here. You can feel he actually took a lot more damage on your guys' behalf than just the 15 from the mishap.
Do we know that?
You can see it now because with the healing you guys both put into to help him, while it would not regenerate, it would have done enough to staunch the bleeding from whatever caused him to just cough up so much blood.
Oh,
Just looking back to him, it has just covered the inside of his elbow where he coughed.
Oh, then can I heal him a little bit with healing light?
Yes, with the active problem handled, and him with far more worry for his brother in arms Lucian than the anger of his ritual being interrupted. You guys are able to come together, bring Lucian to the medical bay, and force Zoaz into a calmer state and accepting the facts as relayed by the rest of the monastery. Yes, multiple attacks in the same day, every other one apparently coinciding with every retreat to the sanctuary to meditate. Zoaz is forced to accept that whatever he was seeking, the question he wished answered, he does keep to himself. He accepts that the loss of any of his brothers is not worth it, and resigns. You guys are thanked, though there is bitterness from some of the brothers who, not seeing how crazy he was in the sanctuary, thinking that he might have forced him, or there was some political aspect to it. The ones who believe you, especially Lucian, who was there, who are given very valuable star maps with shortcuts, things they've collected over the centuries from other travelers. as well as assurances that will help you better and incredibly better paying jobs in the near galaxies, at least.
All in a day's work for the Geodes.
Hell yeah.
You guys unfortunately never find out what happened to Mr. Stellar the Wizard. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fuck
decides
that.
to join the Onyx, which is the reason why we have one less infusion. So he could join you in all your crazed artificer glory.
Oh, I have a pet.
Fog,
I have a
we need to give you a geode name.
Amethyst.
He
Ooh.
kind of speaks up, how about Mercury? Because I kind of like liquid form here.
No.
Sloshing.
Actually, I kind of like that one. That was a good one.
Never mind. I changed my mind. That's a good one.
Mercury,
Yeah,
you're
approve
going
it.
to be a perfect test subject.
No.
What?
Maybe I should
No.
go looking for Mr. Maybe he's still
Oh.
alive out there.
Too late. No, you're mine.
Hey. We're going to have to set some
The
rules
liquid-
about what you can give Mercury.
Nothing that would
No.
kill.
No.
I refuse to drink milk.
You hear that? No force feeding Mercury milk.
Why, you have better milk?
No, you have a problem. I do not wish to gain it.
Look. We can still wipe your memory if you don't behave.
Ah, no. I was so boring and sensible.
Yes.
Fine. No milk.
For Mercury.
Or other liquids.
No force feeding your new pet.
Friend.
That's a better word.
How about fellow Union member? I don't like being referred to
No
as
force
pet. I do
feeding
have-
liquids to the Geodes.
Alright. No force feeding. It's not force. I turn to Fog and say, it's not force feeding if it's consent. I'll convince
Can't
you.
force consent either.
Do we need to have a consent talk again?
You've had to have a consent talk already? What?
Did you just hear what he said? Not the
Oh, I
first
thought
time.
you meant like in the past. I thought, okay.
Oh yeah.
Less concerned.
Nope. This is like the third one.
And
None of you
well,
complain. None of you complain when I give you my milk.
That's because we are awake and ask for it.
They all lived slightly happily ever after.
They live slightly unhinged.
This is what you did, Busk. I am being true to what you wrote.
I love it.
I don't know if this character is meant
I
to be
wrote
the dad character, but he is the dad character now.
I wrote the cleric character.
Yep.
Yeah, anyone in the
Former
audience-
pirate who turned a new leaf and is now apparently the dad of the group.
Anyone in
I'm the
audience
problem
interested in,
child, apparently.
playing
Yes. I was
You're
just
the
like,
one that like the parents send to the get the Scared Straight program. Like he just keeps selling drugs.
Yeah, anyone interested in playing through
I
Streamiversary
sent
I'm
the
not-
rest of the academy.
You
Other
sent me to
Midnight
camp. I came
Adventures.
back worse.
You can go to Graveyard of Gods.
You
by
got
Six
kicked out of camp.
Press. That is the people who made it.
Well, I'm gonna head off. This was fun.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm going to as well. I probably got it. I might just. Oh, I sleep in.
It was
I've got
fun,
Amp
guys.
Guard tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
go
gotta
kick
wake
ass.
up to make
Yeah.
stuff for a birthday
Oh.
party.
I got a doctor's appointment soon.
Thank you guys for allowing us to stream this very crazy one shot.
Oh God, no! That's on the internet now. You made me the milk guy on the internet. Busk.
In his defense, you embraced being the milk guy on the internet.
What
You
other
did.
option was there?
You had the dark urge pathway.
You could have been the
do
one
I
who
deny
turned.
my gift?
You could have
or
denied the milk after.
yeah,
It's like,
you
oh
fully
god, is that what I'm
embraced it.
like from the outside? I'm changing. I'm going to turn a new leaf. But now you're like, memories
Going
back.
straight
I'm
edge.
the milkman.
And then you're like, ha ha ha.
I'm
I'll
gonna
see you
trick
guys.
this. Yeah, see you.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna trick my new pet into drinking my milk. It's like, come on, man.
Oh, it is for the
You were
lore.
the
For
you
the
were the
lore
peer
enthusiast.
pressure everybody told us about.
For the lore enthusiasts who are still watching this for some reason, I'm making it canon for me at least that his potions, his milk is actually just his bodily fluids.
Why you gotta make it weird?
Not yeah.
Musky
That's
started
not
the
what I
weirdest,
was
Drink
but you brought.
that.
I was just like, I just thought I was like, oh, make them a water genasi because like they're around. I'm like, I just wanted it to be like they're around a lot of liquids,
Yeah,
and
so
like maybe they
he's a-
just like infuse their milk with magic.
he's a milk
So like they throw
genasi.
magic. So they throw. Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking of.
Yeah, he's a milk genasi. So his milk is from him.
Never.
God, we
never
gotta hope
again.
it's milk
No,
genasi. Not the other way.
am I?
That was my first thought, thank
I
you.
finally understand Victor Frankenstein, for I have created a monster that is now roaming the lands with unknown potential carnage that it could do.
Oh,
Alright,
To
worse
the
though.
vast
The
ecosystem.
second possibility in my head is this is all a bit that he just does because he thinks it's hilarious.
And also,
And is just fully committed.
And
Yeah.
we'll find out which it is when the Geodes appear in campaign
Like that-
3 as a random
that-
encounter.
That's why he's so normal. with his memory
Why do
loss.
I kind of really want to make this? Just like, let's be these four jackasses.
We
Interacting
completely lost the person.
Interacting with the magical college students that are the next campaign's crew.
this was like
let's
this was
go
like
corrupt
the
some
most
college kids.
He wants some
like I
milk.
know that D&D like they'll make jokes about like, oh yeah, no, the players just literally looked at the plot and said, nah, fuck that. But like I feel like we've generally been a pretty like, okay, let's do this. But like with this, we just straight up went, wait, who's the guy we're gonna save? Oh, he's in the tunnels? Ah, fuck that. We gotta go help out these other
We're not
people.
going underground.
I mean, hey,
Uh,
wait, like, oh shit, we went and saved these people and we didn't have to. Yeah, we should probably take them back. It's like, oh, y'all may want to go get the wizard. Like, he's 6 hours away.
Yeah,
It's like,
as a
hey, what
little
about that guy
perhaps-
that you were supposed to save?
as perhaps a teaser,
Memory loss.
especially anyone wanting to actually play this, because it's in the Graveyard of the Gods by Sneak Attack Press, the other route into the mines would have been people corrupted by other smaller item stones, rather than the large brain one of Cerebral. It would have been more combat focused, so you guys might have found out more of your various stats and proficiencies.
But then
this RP
we
one was pretty fun.
But then I wouldn't have had as much fun making fun of Hayden.
But then
Okay.
What?
You make it easy, man.
Look,
sent
it's
us
one
a
of my
drunk
favorite
video.
things about Friday.
But bullying someone who's like
Well, we'll give some praise too.
nearly
You listened to our advice of the Princess Bride's date night movie.
True.
that's actually ironically enough, that might potentially be the Halloween costume this year.
Hell yeah!
Which I'm kind
Wait, Wesley or
of
Humphrey?
leaning towards because
Yeah, Wesley
then,
and Buttercup.
I know. Because then I get an excuse to wear a cool mask and have a sword.
There you go.
God,
And then she gets
you're
to-
a college student sometimes. But then you say stuff like that.
What do you
Hey,
Okay.
Excuse
I'm
to
not
wear
a college
sword.
student, and I would have said the same freaking thing.
Well, no, it's not about an excuse. It's like finally I can break out my sword, rather than an excuse to have it.
I mean,
Well, I don't have a sword, so like this is like I'm in
Well, yeah, 'cause
I
you
grew
live
up
in the
in the
dorms.
burbs. Yeah.
It's like they're not gonna let you have a sword in there.
not true if you're following
You'd
the
be
rules.
surprised.
All right, guys, I gotta go because I am still sleep deprived, and I have a doctor's appointment in an hour.
Yeah, you guys
That's
have
fair. I
fun.
might play. For tomorrow, I just want to clarify: is it 2 p.m. Central Time or Eastern Time?
Central, and also in that group
Okay.
chat, it is set up so it will localize to whatever your time zone is.
So it's 2 p.m. What time is it? What time is it Central Time? I'm
Currently,
stupid.
it's almost 10.
Yeah, but for tomorrow, but for the Jackbox tomorrow.
Oh, it's 2 Central.
Okay. So, okay.
See ya, bye.
See you later.
Yeah.
See you.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
head
I
out
was.
too. I need to go prepare for tomorrow.
That's
Night.
fair. See you guys.
Alright, now that it's just me, I don't need to do push to talk in Discord, which I did so I could silently laugh without interrupting their things. But yeah, let us go ahead and find someone to raid, which I will do in another window. I'm going to here. I love that stinger animation. Twitch. Mute for whatever live things you can advertise in cons. Amazon Music. But who is currently on? Ooh, is Cassio still streaming? Looks like there. Yes, but you know what? I think it looks like they're still playing. So they just hit a new game on Elevator Hitch. So we'll go ahead and raid them. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining me this evening, or watching on the channel. Much appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed the Chaos Feud Amnesia one-shot. It's the first time I've actually run an Amnesia one-shot. It was fun, and there are some things I can streamline, which I will learn for the future. Maybe we'll do another one-shot like this again. But yeah, for the day 1 of 3 for my Streamiversary celebration, that was my wonderful players, the sort of attitude we have. But yeah, we are going to be over as usual. Hope you guys are eating enough, drinking enough, getting enough to sleep. Take care of your body so it may better take care of you. Oh, almost forgot, I do have a raid message now. Let's see. I think it's just raid. Is that the shortcut? Yes, I did. This is the raid message, at least my default one. That is all with global emotes, so you guys can just copy and paste it. Why do people fall? So we can make the choice to help them out. So yeah, if you just go do that raid, I'd very appreciate it. But until next time, until tomorrow's Jackbox game with collab with several of the streamers who helped me get this far, I'm going to see you there.